it has already been competing, but on the utility based or on the integration with the smart contracts and something like that, that is still yet to be seen.
Right. Thank you so much for having this conversation with us and for giving us your valuable time.
Thank you very much, Ruchi. Thank you.
So that's all in this conversation for now. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share and subscribe to 3.0 TV. Have a great day. We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFT.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations.
Metaverse and Web3.
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
Keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
Hello and a very warm welcome to all the viewers of 3.0 TV. I am Manoj Dara. Let me introduce you to Mr. Raj Kapoor from India Blockchain Alliance. He is a founder and he is also associated with the government agencies as well. Sir, there are a lot of development that are happening as far as the Ethereum ecosystem is concerned. And recently it has come to our notice that layer 2 solutions are growing at a rapid pace, as Coinbase has also announced its layer 2 solution base. And we're talking about Ethereum, on the contrary, is grappling with the ongoing tussle for supremacy between the Arbitrum and the Optimism. As these two constitute roughly around 85% of the total market share as far as the TVL is concerned. Last year, if we remember, that Polygon Matic dominated this space for considerable time span. So what are your views and observation as far as the this layer 2 ecosystem is concerned, and why it is getting a lot of traction, sir? If you can just very quickly highlight that, sir.
Okay, first, to understand that, let's just very quickly spend a minute on what is layer 1 versus what is layer 2. What is the basic difference? That's for people who don't understand, so it's easy for them to understand the rest of the conversation. So first of all, layer 1 is the main blockchain network in charge of the on-chain transactions.
Such as Ethereum, Solana and Avalanche.
Yes, like that, correct. While layer 2 is the connected network in charge of off-chain transactions. This is the essential difference in a single line. So what is exactly layer 2, which is what people are talking about? It's a term basically used for solutions created to help scale up an application by processing the transactions of the mainnet, of selecting the Ethereum mainnet, for example, which is the layer 1, while, most important, still maintaining the same security measures and decentralization as the mainnet.
Fantastic.
That is important. Because otherwise somebody says, okay, if it's not on the main layer 1 blockchain, is it secure, etc.? It is secure. Also, this brings down the gas fees, which is another big pain area, and increases transaction speed. That is important. Now, you must have heard of the Ethereum 2 solutions, including Immutable X is there, Polygon is there, Polkadot is there. Those are the ones. Now the question is, why are they getting so much traction?
Exactly.
Scalability and increased throughput, while maintaining the integrity of the Ethereum blockchain, of a layer 1 blockchain, like in this case Ethereum, allowing it for complete decentralization without any alloying, transparency, security, while also, most important, reducing carbon footprint. Less gas, less energy is equal to less carbon. Therefore, this is arguably one of the best solutions coming up now. Basically, Ethereum mainnet is to have very slow transaction times, approximately 13 transactions per second, gas fees, etc. Layer 2 built on Ethereum blockchain really made it very fast. Now, that is one of the reasons. What is also very important are the layer 2 roll-ups. I don't know whether you have discussed this much, but I think layer 2 roll-ups are something which we need to know about. There are 3 properties of a layer 2 roll-up. One, the transactions are executed outside layer 1.
Exactly.
This reduces gas fees. Second, data and proof of transactions reside on layer 1. That means it maintains security. And 3, a roll-up smart contract, which is found on layer 1, can enforce proper transaction execution on layer 2 by using the transaction data stored on layer 1. So it's using the layer 1 and doing solving other problems without having the gas fees and the time taken and the slowness.
Sir, exactly what optimism is doing that, sir?
Yes, they are all, everybody optimistic. Yeah, optimistic grow up. Assume basically their transactions are validated by default and only run computation by a fraud proof in the act of a challenge. That is absolutely correct. You got one. And then now you must have even heard of the zero knowledge roll-ups which are coming up also.
Exactly. That's the latest upgrade of optimism, which is called as the OP tokens. And
Yes.
there are a lot of optimism as far as the entire Ethereum ecosystem is concerned. You are very quick on the NFT space, a quick take on this NFT space, sir. It has seen a considerable growth this year. What's driving the optimism? As Bitcoin has also launched its first NFT collections, which is ordinal. Your quick reaction on that, sir, since you are associated with a lot of NFT projects. What's the road ahead as far as the entire NFT ecosystem is concerned?
I'm always enthusiastic about NFTs because they actually, besides the collectible value, they also have a lot of real life applications. Now, a lot of them, I mean, everybody thinks NFT is a bubble. Well, it could be a bubble. Everybody thought internet was a bubble. Didn't turn out to be. Everybody thought online transactions like payment gateways, etc., would be bubble. They didn't turn out to be bubbles. I would say in simple words, NFT today is in the same space where, say, a Google Pay or a Paytm was about 10 years back.
Fantastic.
Very few people, and the adoption was minimalistic. There was more skepticism. But over the next few years, you'll see the optimism, not only in the collectible space, that is one space which is already defined and seen some success, but the real world NFTs, which are going to be provenance, credentialing, etc., these will gain a lot of applications in the near future. Provenance, tracking and tracing, certifications of authenticity, all these things will be where the future NFTs will go. That, along with the NFTs, which are digital right now, when they start turning to be physical and digital worlds combined,
Fantastic.
and as the metaverse industry expands, then the NFTs are going to move towards that. Gaming, NFTs, all are going to move towards the NFTs.
The royalty element coupled with the royalty element, sir?
Yes, absolutely. NFT with royalty. NFTs, once, I would say this way, the utility NFTs will be the NFTs for the future. And there are plenty of them in the bandwagon, and lots more. People are reinventing a lot of things, reinventing the way they started looking at NFTs, where it started off. But that's the way growth is always. Innovation always is a case of reinventing.
Fantastic. So since we're talking about innovation and it is reinventing itself, my last question to you, sir. Bitcoin, when it started, it had an intention to tackle the problem of the cross-border payments and borderless payment, the broad, if you can give a headline to it. But since we are talking about in recent time, in 2023, it has seen a surge from roughly around $15,000 to $27,000. And in last 2-3 days, it has jumped roughly around $4,000 to $5,000. So is it getting the tag of a hedge against inflation? Because when it was not adopted by the institutional investors, it was considered to be as a hedge against inflation because uska jo chaal tha, that was actually following the gold, and hence it was an attraction wherein the fund managers were looking up to Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. How can you explain this situation for our viewers, sir?
Well, I mean, it's very simple. Everybody, this is only one reason why it's going up. People have seen what can happen to their money in banks. This is a hedge. You really can get yourself in a mess, in a tangle if you have. And that's been, how many of banks, how many of the companies didn't make payroll this time? Of course, it was taken over very quickly by the authorities, but still, there is a lot of stories which we don't hear. But bottom line is, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, especially with the Bitcoin being the leader, is being seen now as a great hedge. Could this be the beginning of a bull run? Possibly. Indications are there. Could this be the next alternative? Again, possibly. But it all boils down to one thing, Manoj. At the end of the day, Bitcoin is a great hedge, no doubt about it. But in countries like we are in India, we still need to have some policies around it. We need to have a clarity around it. Tomorrow we can sit down, if Indians start putting all the money into Bitcoin, and suppose there's a ban, what do they do next? How do they move out? There's, of course, plenty of other ways. But bottom line is, I think right now, Bitcoin is the hedge. Other good crypto currencies, like even Ethereum is a good hedge. There are lots of others. And I see people looking at it definitely in that direction that, well, what happens if our money gets locked in? Our money gets locked in traditional banks. It doesn't get locked in decentralized finance. So I think that's the way the future is moving now, going that side. And here we are. We are looking at a very new paradigm. In fact, we are very lucky to be in an environment where we are seeing a lot of iteration, a lot of things happening. There was a time I used to speak, there was a time when you and I would speak, this happens once in a century.
Exactly.
Now, the paradigm has changed. It's diasporically different when we can say, now changes happen every few years. The century has shrunk. That is the big change which we are seeing. And that's because of decentralization. Blockchain being one part of it.
Absolutely. Technology is the king. That's the word coming in from Mr. Raj Kapoor. Thank you so much, sir, for joining on 3.0 TV. You spoke really well about the SVB, Silvergate, and the broader concern in the US financial markets and its impact going forward. How technology can play a vital role in avoiding such situation. You explained our viewers very well, sir. And thank you so much for sharing your views on the entire NFT space and the road ahead. It was a pleasure having you as always, sir. And we wish you all the best for all the projects going forward. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Manoj. Wonderful being here with you again. Thank you again. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFT.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations,
Metaverse and Web3
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
hello and a very warm welcome to all the viewers of 3.0 TV. I am Manoj Dara. So at a time when Bitcoin is looking to cross $27,000 mark, there is a big concern as far as the overall health of the US economy is concerned. To explain this situation, how the cryptocurrency market was impacted, what is the road ahead, and what is the future for the entire crypto ecosystem, we have invited a special guest. Let me introduce you to Mr. Raj Kapoor from India Blockchain Alliance. He is a founder and he is also associated with the government agencies as well. Raj sir, welcome on 3.0 TV.
Right. Thanks again, Manoj. Well, happy to be back once again with you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. And since we are talking about the entire cryptocurrency market, you have witnessed there is a lot of activities or events that are happening in the cryptocurrency market. So starting with SVB Bank, then the Signature Bank, then the Fed, then the CPI, and you can keep on mentioning there are a lot of other activities that are happening. So what are you picking up from the latest run on the banks in the US? And many of these were directly or indirectly related to cryptocurrency market. And sir, do you see any impact of the same on Bitcoin, or for that matter, Ethereum, and any other protocols including NFTs as well as stable coins, since we have seen a broader impact of this was directly related to Circle because he was having an exposure to the SVB Bank.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking you this question is, sir, because Silicon Valley catered largely to the tech stocks, but cryptocurrency company were caught in the collapse. Your first reaction,
Yes.
sir?
Well, a nice question because it's very relevant today, Manoj. But first, let's understand one thing. I mean, let me just take a little step back and then come back to your questions and answer them. First of all, let's put it this way. The collapse of the SVB is actually a blessing for Bitcoin. A lot of us, in this space, actually, I call it what is known as a Cyprus crisis. It's in 2013, I don't know how many of us know that there was a crisis in Cyprus that basically underscored the flaws in the fractional reserve system, which is exactly the problem what happened now.
Exactly.
And this actually brought the spotlight, should I say, to the decentralized censorship resistance BTC or cryptocurrencies as a great hedge against centralized banking. So if you really look at it, 2013 was a watershed moment, and this is going to be the next. Now, the 18th largest national bank in USA wraps up almost overnight. That's really scary. If you look at it also, the federal, their rate hike, their balance sheet reduction, causing this huge and very historic bank failure. is a matter of concern. The crisis began early, we all know that, and that went, signature went. What does it mean? It means a hell of a lot of things for a lot of different people. For me, it means it's a very simple thing. It's a live demonstration. It's a live actual case study that money is at risk in the hand of a third party.
Exactly.
I've always been advocating blockchain, and blockchain basically means peer-to-peer, removing the third party. Here we have an example. When people talk about, oh, crypto is bad, I mean, there are good and bad players in everything. Centralized, decentralized, everywhere. I'm not going to say no, they're not. But look at it. Companies and individuals are basically, we are all preconditioned to suppose that bank deposits are safe. Everybody's taking care of it. There are a lot of layers and compliances, but it's not. It's actually in the hands of a third party.
Exactly.
And in the hands of a third party, anything can happen. If you look at this word, the word crypto, the word itself has got everything. It comes from the Greek word meaning hidden or secret. In today's digital age, crypto and blockchain technologies are actually enabling digital scarcity and privacy, and that's what's required. That's what Bitcoin actually did, and that's why you're seeing a huge uptick, not only in the crypto space, especially leading, of course, with Bitcoin, which is the market leader. Anyways, it is this. That's why there has been such a lot of excitement in the NFTs, smart contracts, because what they basically represent, and that's very important, is the computational truth, not by any third, not validated by some third party saying, oh, this is great. It is by in itself the truth. And that is what the need of the hour has become now. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. Nobody's going to take decentralization and say, all right, let's start decentralizing everything. It's not going to be easy, but we've got the ball rolling and we've got people thinking, could this be a solution? So my friend, that is the answer to you. It's ironic that this has happened right very closely after FTX. It also shows one thing, while people were all fretting about FTX, etc. Here we have somebody else, not from the crypto space, but from a very centralized space, falling overnight. And that's really scary. If you can't trust your money in the 18th largest national bank in the USA,
sure,
whom really can you trust?
So you cannot trust your money with any bank. That's the word coming in from Mr. Raj Kapoor. But my follow-up question to you, sir, you mentioned about Bitcoin and the technological advanced, how Bitcoin is technological advanced. So my next question is how this technology can help such sectors, such as financial sector, in avoiding a situation like SVB Bank. So we are clearly impacted by this movement, by the SVB movement, followed by the Silvergate. And do you think so, sir, this blockchain technology can help the entire sector to come out, or they can at least foresee any occurrence of such situations, sir?
See, let's first put it this way. I mean, blockchain is not any silver bullet. It can solve a lot of problems, not all the problems. At the end of the day, there are a lot more other factors. But let me just explain to you, the popular media interpretation for the collapse of FTX, Celsius, etc., trying to show how risky crypto is. Basically, this is now reinforcing that it's not as bad as we think it was. Now the crypto business is being impacted by central bank policy and bank mismanagement. The narrative is going to take a full circle. It's no longer the crypto companies were banking with a centralized bank, right? Whether it's Avalanche, Circle, BlockFi, so many of them. Now that is something which we need to really worry about. Where does the traditional crypto company go? Or where does the much ostracized, much criticized traditional company go if it can't bank with a normal bank? Now, it's become really clear that many of crypto's problems have been actually really overwhelmingly caused by the fragility in the traditional financial system. And don't forget that 2008 was a watershed moment when Satoshi actually published his paper, and Lehman Brothers and all crashed as well. That was a watershed moment. Could this be a watershed moment? I think so. Although authorities have stepped in pretty fast here, I think they've learned their mistakes from the past, that you've really got to step in fast, otherwise there will be a cascading effect all across. That's a good started thing which has happened. But what's not really good is it hasn't fixed the problem. It's just stopped the leak now. It's not going to fix the problem like this. This is just a stopgap arrangement. So, banks have always been traditionally a very strong power by itself, an institution. Well, you also know that last year, so many things happened, Celsius, this, that, the other. But remember one thing, the decentralized environment, ecosystem, it gets up, it licks his wounds, learns from his mistakes, and moves on, unlike the centralized systems. With every iteration, with every time there is a problem, it becomes only stronger. And that is something which is not happening with the financial traditional systems. That's not happening. This is completely opposite of the traditional financial system. As soon as the bank goes down, it impacts not just the bank, a wide array of businesses and thereby the economy. This is one of the biggest differences. The decentralized space takes care of itself and fixes itself and becomes stronger. Banks have a broader impact, not only on the banks, but the entire system, as well as an ecosystem around it, and that can lead to major repercussions. Huge difference. The technology is the big difference. Traditional technology, not really working. I think bringing in decentralization is going to be the next solution. And with that, I just want to add, a lot of people said, okay, if you bring in decentralization, there are going to be A, B, C. How can it be decentralized when everything is centralized? Well, let's just say a very simple thing. You know, when we make jewelry, 24 karat jewelry, you can't make because 24 karat melts. Jewelry can't be formed.
Exactly.
You always need to alloy it with copper. And that's why you buy 22 and 18 karat jewelry. The same thing to be done in the banking system. You need a little bit of alloying to the centralized system and make it more decentralized. Little centralization, important, but overall, the decentralized system is going to be a much better system in the long run, provided people start believing that it can work, because it can actually work. And that's the problem is. The problem is a lot of people don't want to let go of the power. It will take a long time. But the technology per se can be utilized to mitigate such issues. Because A, they're self-auditing. B, they are completely, there is no way of manipulation, any of these things. All these things which have happened in terms in the bank, SVB and Silvergate, etc., could have been avoided. It would have taken years to have actually got into this situation. So I think this is a need for actually looking at decentralization of a centralized financial institution.
Fantastic, sir. You gave a very good example about how a centralized system works, such as bank, and a decentralized technology, wherein you're talking about Bitcoin and the other blockchain technologies as well. My second question to you is, sir, since we are talking about technology, can you throw some light on some use cases wherein banks have been early adopter of this technology and have benefited from this move? Or you think that there is an area of improvement as far as the technological aspect or the overall tech sector is concerned? Over to you, sir.
First of all, most banks have not yet really moved. They're definitely not moving right now very rapidly into the decentralized space, although Australia is doing a lot of work inside this space. So the Australian financial system is slowly but steadily, as per the Australian blockchain roadmap, is now moving towards a decentralized system. It's a long way in India. In India, it's going to be a very long way because India has lots more compliances, checks and balances. And of course, we have the SEBI perspective, the RBI perspective, we have the government perspectives. We have too many perspectives out here and very little consensus in the perspective. And good to have different perspectives, but always good to have some consensus as well. It may take some time.
Sure, sir.
But I think banks can really have a fantastic way because, blockchain technologies are self-auditing. You really don't have to wait for the future to get it audited. If there is an issue or the blip or something, it can be mitigated and addressed real time. Right now, it's not real time. It's later when we actually figure out, this went wrong or that went wrong. Decentralization is not going to let that happen. It's one of the things. We need to bring it in piecemeal. We don't have to bring in decentralization in totality. We need to bring it in piecemeal. What are the areas of risk? What are the simple things like KYCs, etc.? Why don't we bring that under the blockchain purview?
Fantastic.
That itself will mitigate a lot of problems. We can bring in the security audits. We can bring in the transactional audits, the safety of all transactions. All these can be the immediate way of banks adopting a decentralized nature. Well, lots more happens there. The RBI itself, when it's testing out the CBDC, it is contemplating blockchain as the platform to run it on. They haven't finalized it, but that's a good step in the direction we are contemplating the use of a new age technology for a new age banking financial sector.
Sir, first of all, congratulations. You were leading a team of 50 members to receive the London delegates in the London government. And my third question to you, sir. There are a lot of since you're directly associated with the India's governing council, so how things are shaping up as far as India is concerned when you talk about blockchain technology and the other aspects of the Web3 space? If you can just very quickly highlight that, sir.
Right. I have been a very firm advocate that India has missed the Web 1 and Web 2 bus completely. But we are right there at the right time, at the right place, at the right moment with the right people. And that's where we could actually become policy leaders in the Web3 space. Now, this is something which I am advocating all the time. I believe that India has the talent, the people, and the will. And now with the G20 presidency, I think we should take that step forward and say, okay, why are we waiting for somebody else to make decisions? Let us make the decisions, let the world follow us. And at the Blockchain Governing Council, that's exactly what we're trying to do. We are actually trying to put together lots and lots of documentation, which is a recommendation to the governments on the following: compliance, rules and regulations, standards, taxation, frameworks. Now, these are what's important in a technology, any technology, especially in a technology like blockchain, which it doesn't belong to anybody. So where do we get all this information from? How do we work around this? Who's going to do all this? We actually have a very strong research team from legal, research, all aspects. We're actually trying to make a difference out here. We're actually going to be releasing a very big paper next month. I'm going to invite you for that also. There's going to be a very, very big one.
Sure.
The event is going to be on actually giving a government not just crypto-based suggestions, but around crypto, NFT, metaverse, DeFi, all these things, including blockchain gaming. These 4-5 aspects are really going to be needing addressing.
Fantastic.
Otherwise, we're going to be running running on a treadmill. We'll just be going nowhere. Everybody's doing the old stuff. We have exchanges having a body which talks, but exchanges are exchanges. They are not necessarily blockchain. They are exchanges. They are centralized exchanges. How would really they be able to, let's face it, they would be giving great suggestions as far as the crypto and regulations around that and standards are concerned. But beyond that, we need something way beyond that. We don't need crypto regulations only. We need blockchain policy. Blockchain policy is something which is the end game of what we are trying to do at the Blockchain Governing Council also. So that's what we are doing there, putting in up. In fact, we've just done the world's largest report, which is going to be released next month on 147 countries and their crypto policies. And based on that, we've actually culled out the best practices for the government of India, keeping in mind Indian sensibilities, culture, socioeconomic impact, etc. So that's what we are doing. And I think that's what's really important in the long run.
Fantastic.
We won't have such issues in the future once we have policies in place.
You spoke really well about the SVB, Silvergate, and the broader concern in the US financial markets and its impact going forward. And thank you so much for sharing your views on the entire NFT space and the road ahead.
Thank you, Manoj. Wonderful being here with you again. Thank you again. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFTs.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations,
Metaverse and Web3
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
Hello and welcome to Weekly Wrap, where we get you latest news and updates of top events from Cryptoverse that happened in the past week. I am Ruchi Sharma.
And I am Vishakha Thakur.
Virtual digital asset or VDA space encountered uncertainty in the US macroeconomic environment, spreading fears of recession, which in turn sent investors to seek safety in less risky assets such as bonds and currency markets. The rally in the most popular private virtual digital currency, Bitcoin, was stalled as investors opted for caution ahead of the crucial payroll data that holds potential to sway the Federal Reserve decision against broadly anticipated rate pause. Bitcoin was last struggling to hold $28,000 mark. It witnessed a narrow range movement throughout the week. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy purchased an additional 1,045 Bitcoins for a total of $23.9 million, or an average price of $28,016 between March 23rd and April 4th, according to a Securities and Exchange Commission filing. The latest purchase brings the company's Bitcoin holdings up to approximately 140,000, worth roughly $4 billion at the current price.
Bitcoin market liquidity has dropped to a 10-month low despite a bullish quarter in terms of price gain. The liquidity dry-up is partly attributed to the bank run in the United States and the ongoing regulatory actions against crypto companies. BTC's price has registered a 45% surge in 2023, making it one of the best performing assets. The price gains come amid a looming financial crisis in the traditional financial market, with stocks and bonds seeing one of their worst years. As the financial crisis has worsened, several banks have collapsed. The banking crisis has also directly impacted the crypto ecosystem. The collapse of crypto-friendly banks such as Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank removed important US dollar payment rails for crypto, leading to a liquidity crisis, especially on US exchanges. तो यहाँ बिटकॉइन का प्राइस जो था उसमें बढ़ोतरी यहाँ दिखाई दी, तो $28,000 के जी बिल्कुल स्ट्रगल कर रहा था बिटकॉइन $28,000 पर एक मार्क है उसके लिए, लेकिन यहाँ पे दिखाई दिया कि जो लिक्विडिटी है वो नीचे चली गई। और ये जो रीज़न इसके लिए है वो ये है कि पहला तो बैंक रन जो यूएस में हुआ है, जितने भी क्रिप्टो फ्रेंडली बैंक्स थे, सिलिकॉन वैली बैंक, सिल्वरगेट, या यहाँ पे बात करें अगर हम सिलिकॉन वैली, सिल्वरगेट और सिग्नेचर बैंक की, तो इसके साथ साथ जो दूसरा रीज़न है वो ये है कि जो ऑनगोइंग रेगुलेटरी एक्शन चल रहे हैं जितने भी क्रिप्टो एक्सचेंजेस है, फॉर एग्जांपल जापान में अभी ये हो रहा है, तो यही जो रीज़न है इसकी वजह से जो लिक्विडिटी है बिटकॉइन की वो नीचे जाती दिखाई दी।
जी बिल्कुल। बढ़ते अगली खबर की तरफ। Ethereum's value soared to a remarkable 8-month peak of around $1,925 on Bitstamp exchange on Wednesday, continuing its recent winning streak. The price increase was primarily driven by the anticipation surrounding the forthcoming Shapela network upgrade, a pivotal development in Ethereum's ongoing evolution. Also referred to as the Shanghai upgrade, Shapela marks the completion of the second largest blockchain's transition to a proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. This shift from the energy-intensive proof-of-work model is expected to improve Ethereum's energy efficiency, reduce transaction fees, and enhance its overall scalability. तो जब शुरू हुआ था, मुझे याद है वो टाइम जब इथीरियम का प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क से प्रूफ ऑफ स्टेक का पहला जो उनका वो था शिफ्ट वो शुरू हुआ था, तो बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रांजेक्शन, बहुत ज़्यादा एक एक्साइटमेंट थी। विटालिक बुटेरिन के भी बहुत सारे ट्वीट्स आ रहे थे, वीडियोस आ रहे थे। तो अब जो उनकी पूरी मेहनत है वो कहीं ना कहीं खत्म होती दिखाई दे रही है, क्योंकि 12 अप्रैल को जो है वो शपेला जो इनका अपडेट है वो पूरा हो जाएगा और पूरा जो प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क से लेकर प्रूफ ऑफ स्टेक का जो पूरा ट्रांजेक्शन है वो कंप्लीट हो जाएगा। सो एवरीबडी इज लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू इट। एंड हम जानते ही हैं क्रिप्टो करेंसी मार्केट जो है पूरी, इसमें जब भी कुछ भी नया होता है, कोई नई अनाउंसमेंट होती है, कुछ नया शुरू किया जाता है, तो एक मार्केट सेंटिमेंट बनता है और उसी का फ़ायदा अभी फिलहाल इथीरियम को मिल रहा है, जो फिलहाल $1,925 पर है। एंड हमने जो इथीरियम का बेस्ट टाइम देखा था वो कुछ ना कुछ $3,600 का देखा था। एंड आई थिंक जिस तरह से ये ऊपर जा रहा है, आई थिंक शायद वो मार्क भी ज़्यादा दूर नहीं होगा।
बिल्कुल, तो यही रीज़न है कि क्यों इथीरियम ऊपर जा रहा है। तो ये जो शपेला नेटवर्क अपग्रेड, यानी कि जिसे शांघाई अपग्रेड भी कहा जाता है, वो आने वाला है, और यही रीज़न है कि जो इथीरियम का प्राइस है वो ऊपर जाते हुए दिखाई दे रहा है। Moving on Tuesday, Dogecoin's Shiba Inu dog replaced Twitter's Bluebird as the social media company's logo, boosting the meme coin's market value by up to $4 billion. Elon Musk indicated in a tweet on Monday that he had delivered on his promise of changing the social media app's logo to Dogecoin's dog, and the token, which was born as a satire of a cryptocurrency frenzy in 2013 and has no fundamental use, surged to 10 cents, around 1500 EST from 7 cents. According to data site coinmarketcap.com, Dogecoin is now the 7th largest cryptocurrency with a market capitalization of $13.7 billion. Before the news, its market value was around $10 billion. The Tesla boss on Friday asked a US judge to throw out a $258 billion racketeering lawsuit accusing him of running a pyramid scheme to support Dogecoin. Dogecoin more than doubled in October after Musk, dubbed the Doge father by retail traders, sealed a $44 billion deal to take over Twitter in October. तो यहाँ पे $4 बिलियन जो डोजकॉइन का जो मार्केट वैल्यू है वो बढ़ चुकी है, क्योंकि जैसे कि हमने देखा जब एलॉन मस्क ने ट्विटर को ये जो डील वो सील की थी तो $44 बिलियन में ट्विटर को एक्वायर किया था, और फिर उसके बाद काफ़ी ज़्यादा हलचल रही पूरी मार्केट में। यार डोजकॉइन का जो प्राइस था तब
डबल हो गया था,
वो डबल जी बिल्कुल डबल से भी ज़्यादा हुआ। और अब फाइनली जब ट्विटर का जो बर्ड का लोगो है तो सभी के माइंड में एक सेट है कि ट्विटर का ये ऑफिशियल लोगो है, लेकिन एकदम से जब डोजकॉइन के जो उस मीम कॉइन में वो बदल गया तो सभी को ये एक्साइटमेंट हुई कि अभी और इसकी वजह से ही है जो $4 बिलियन जो है ये मार्केट वैल्यू इसकी बढ़ गई है।
हमने हमेशा देखा है इलॉन मस्क का कुछ तो एक झुकाव है डोजकॉइन की तरफ से, वो शुरू से इसको सपोर्ट करते हैं। पहले बीच में खबर ये भी आई थी कि जब वो ट्विटर को टेक ओवर कर लेंगे तो हो सकता है कि बहुत सारे जो प्रमोशंस या एड्स हों उनकी पेमेंट्स डोजकॉइन में हो। तो जब भी वो डोज को लेके कुछ ट्वीट करते हैं, कुछ कहते हैं, कुछ बयान देते हैं, तो हमेशा उसका एक हमने इफेक्ट देखा है डोजकॉइन पर, हमेशा वो पॉजिटिव ही होता है। तो अभी भी वो हमने पॉजिटिव देखा है।
has become the seventh largest
cryptocurrency, which started as a meme coin, as a joke. So moving on, economic superpowers are stepping up their efforts to break free from US dollar hegemony, raising the possibility of the emergence of a new global order. The senior Russian official reportedly stated that the BRICS group is aiming to develop its own currency. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are the top 5 emerging economies that make up the BRICS acronym. Local media reported that Alexander Babakov, the deputy chairman of the State Duma, made the remarks at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum occasion in New Delhi, India. The accord will reportedly allow for direct trade and financial operations between China and Brazil, the largest economy in Latin America. Instead of flowing through the dollar, Chinese yuan will be converted into Brazil real and vice versa. तो यहाँ ये जो ब्रिक्स की जो 5 ये बहुत ही इमर्जिंग इकोनॉमीज़ हैं, इन्होंने ये साथ में ये फैसला किया है कि वो जो डॉलराइजेशन है उसको कम करेंगी। डॉलराइजेशन को अपनी इकोनॉमी पर हावी होने नहीं देंगी। हेजेमनी में जो है डॉलर का वो नहीं चाहते कि डॉलर का हेजेमनी यूज़ किया जाए, इसलिए वो चाहते हैं कि वो अपनी एक करेंसी लेकर आए। लेकिन वो करेंसी आए उससे पहले फ़िलहाल शुरुआत इससे हो गई है कि चाइना और ब्राज़ील के बीच में जो भी ट्रेड होगा वो अब युआन को जो है कन्वर्ट किया जाएगा या रियल में, या फिर रियल को युआन में कन्वर्ट किया जाएगा। हाँ, दे विल नॉट यूज़ डॉलर एज अ मीडियम।
तो इसका मतलब यूएस के लिए यहाँ पे एक खतरे की घंटी दिखाई दे रही है
कि उनसे भी स्ट्रॉन्गर इकोनॉमीज यहाँ बन रही हैं।
बिल्कुल, जो ये टॉप 5 इमर्जिंग इकोनॉमीज हैं, इन्होंने ये डिसीजन लिया है अपनी क्रिप्टो करेंसी बनाने का। और दिल्ली में जो ये इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक फोरम जो ये मीट हुई है, तो इसी में जो डूमा के डेप्यूटी चेयरमैन हैं उन्होंने ही ये स्टेटमेंट दी है, विच इज एक्चुअली अ बिग थिंग। Moving on, Japan's financial services agency said foreign crypto exchanges Bybit, Bitforex, MEXC, Global and BitGet are operating in the country without proper registration in a warning letter published on Friday. The notice said the exchanges were in violation of the country's fund settlement laws at the time of issuing the warning letter by conducting crypto asset exchange business without registration. The regulator also said the list of unregistered traders does not necessarily indicate the current state of unregistered business. तो यहाँ जापान ने बायबिट के साथ साथ अन्य 3 जो एक्सचेंजेस है उन पर ये जो एक्शन है वो लिया है, क्योंकि इनका कहना है कि ये अनरजिस्टर्ड थी। तो देखा जाए तो जापान इतना स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं है अपने रेगुलेशंस को लेकर, अगर हम इंडिया और यूएस की तरफ देखें, लेकिन फिर भी ये एक्शन लिया गया है और जापान साथ साथ अपने रेगुलेटरी एक्शंस लेकर भी आ रहा है।
तो ये भी एक तरह से अच्छी बात है इस तरह से कि वो रेगुलेशन लेकर आ रहे हैं, लेकिन देखा जाए तो एक एंटी क्रिप्टो सेंटिमेंट भी बन रहा है, ये भी सामने आ रहा है। तो देखते हैं आगे फ्यूचर में क्या होता है। Moving on, other side, Relics by Gucci, a limited edition series of physical Gucci products and associated NFTs tied into the lore of Other Side, Yuga's long-awaited ape-themed metaverse game was announced on April 3rd. Other Side revolves around a mysterious species of aliens known as Koda and their as of yet murky relationship with the titular apes of the BAYC. The Coda pendant, an NFT representing both a physical piece of jewelry and a non-fungible token that will unlock numerous perks within the other side metaverse, will be the first relic to be released as the result of Yuga's collaboration with Gucci. On Thursday, April 6 at 6 p.m. EST, exactly 3,333 Coda pendants will be available for purchase. They can only be bought with Ape Coins, Yuga's native cryptocurrency, and will each cost 450 Ape. Coda pendants will only be available to current holders of Coda or Vessel NFTs. तो मुझे ये जो पूरा Yuga Labs ने जो ये BAYC डेवलप किया है, पूरी मेंबरशिप क्लब बनाया, आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट आइडिया विच आई थिंक अदर NFTs आर ऑल्सो अडॉप्टिंग और ट्राइंग टू अडॉप्ट, क्योंकि ये एक तो मेंबरशिप है तो बहुत सारे यूजर्स के लिए, इन्वेस्टर्स के लिए बहुत सारे मैं कहूँगी रिवॉर्ड्स होते हैं, बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ होती हैं, बहुत सारे कॉन्सर्ट्स किए जाते हैं, तो कुछ ना कुछ करके यूगा लैब्स हमेशा अपने इकोसिस्टम को बढ़ाता है, अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाता है। जैसे अदर साइड वो अपना मेटावर्स लेकर आया जिसके अंदर NFTs हैं, अदर डीड, और अब वो देखिए कितने बड़े बड़े कोलैबोरेशन, इसमें गुची जैसे बड़े लग्जरी ब्रांड के साथ कोलैबोरेशन किया है, उसके अंदर एक एप का गेम लेकर आए हैं, उसमें इतनी सारी चीज़ें जहाँ पे एक अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस यूजर्स को मिल सकता है, रिवॉर्ड्स ले सकते हैं। सो आई थिंक इट्स अ ग्रेट आइडिया जो कि आगे और भी NFTs जो है या मेटावर्स है वो अडॉप्ट करेंगे।
जी, तो क्या आप ये 450 एप का कोडा पेंडेंट खरीदने
बिल्कुल लूंगी, बिकॉज आई नो इसका प्राइस बढ़ेगा।
जी, तो जैसे कि आपने बात की कि ब्रांड्स काफ़ी ज़्यादा Web3 की तरफ दे आर फॉलोइंग टुवर्ड्स मेटावर्स एंड अलोंग विद Web3, तो गुची ने यहाँ पे मेटावर्स फैशन वीक जो अभी डिसेंट्रलैंड पे हुआ 28 से 31 मार्च तक, तो उसमें भी काफ़ी अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स देखा गया। हालांकि यूजर्स इस बार कम, अटेंडीज कम थे, लेकिन फिर भी गुची कभी भी पीछे नहीं रहा है और आगे भी इसी तरह से Web3 की ओर
आई थिंक women want physical clothes and their love for clothes, वर्चुअल से काम नहीं चलता।
Moving on, according to data from Diaprada, the NFT market exploded in February, surpassing $2 billion in total trading volume, a 117% rise from the prior month. And the numbers only revealed a modest decline to under $2 billion in March, almost maintaining the momentum. According to market-wide data from Diaprada and additional on-chain data from Dune, trading volume in March was slightly over $1.95 billion, down roughly 4% from the $2.04 billion total in February. With almost $1.35 billion in Ethereum NFT trades, up marginally from roughly $1.32 billion in February, Blur once again accounted for the great majority of that trading activity. Blur trading activity surged in mid-February when the marketplace launched its Blur Reward token, which has incentivized mass flipping from whale traders, that is, traders who hold large positions in a given collection and act as so-called market makers. तो कहा जाता है कि 2021 was the year of NFTs, जहाँ पे NFTs ने इतना बूम किया, और अब ब्लर और ओपन सी के जो ये एक तरह से स्पैट जो ये चला, उसके बाद ब्लर जो अपना टोकन लेके आया, उसकी वजह से यहाँ पे ज़्यादातर ब्लर में जो है वो
वेल्स की मूवमेंट्स देखी और बहुत ज़्यादा। तो ब्लर ने अक्टूबर में ब्लर आया, मतलब कुछ 4-5 महीने हुए हैं, और आते ही इतना उसको पंप दिखा हमें, क्योंकि हमने देखा है बहुत कुछ किया ब्लर ने, इसमें कुछ चीज़ें अच्छी भी थी, कुछ जायज़ भी थी, मैं कुछ कहूँगी कुछ सही नहीं भी थी, बिकॉज जहाँ पे टोकन एयर ड्रॉप किए जिससे बहुत ज़्यादा उसको अक्वायर किया वेल्स ने, फिर आगे ट्रांजैक्शन बहुत ज़्यादा ब्लर उसमें हुई, फिर ब्लर रिवॉर्ड्स बहुत सारे दिए, एंड येस हम कह रहे हैं कि ब्लर की वजह से $2 बिलियन की जो है वो ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम रही है, फेब में भी रही है, मार्च में भी रही है, लेकिन वी शुड नॉट फॉरगेट कि ब्लर को ही सबसे ज़्यादा परसेंटेज भी रही है कि वॉश ट्रेडिंग देखी गई है उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे, विच इज़ अ वेरी नेगेटिव थिंग। आप अगर वॉश ट्रेडिंग करके ही अपने आप कॉइन को अपने बढ़ा रहे हैं या फिर अपने NFT की ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम और सेल्स को बढ़ा रहे हैं, पंप कर रहे हैं, देन दैट्स नॉट द राइट वे टू गो अबाउट इट। सो लेट्स सी, अभी ये कंपटीशन बिल्कुल ऑन है। ओपन सी अपने प्लेटफॉर्म पर बहुत कुछ चेंज कर रहा है, ब्लर की देखा देखी, जैसे अब ओपन सी प्रो लेकर आया जिसपे कि ट्रांजैक्शन फीस नहीं है, बहुत सारे रिवॉर्ड्स हैं, तो अभी कंपटीशन तो चल रहा है, इस कंपटीशन में जीत किसकी होती है और कौन एक फेयर गेम खेलता है वो देखना इंटरेस्टिंग होगा। जी। Moving on, Dhoni was awarded a fan-crazed digital collectible of the moment at a special event in Chennai on Sunday, 2nd April, to commemorate the anniversary of his iconic World Cup 6. MS Dhoni received a Navarasa-themed digital collectible centered on the emotion of glory from fan craze. The event in Chennai was broadcast live on the ICC Facebook page. Navarasa is the concept upon which the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2023 brand identity is based. It is based on the 9 emotions that fan experiences during a game. That is joy, power, anguish, respect, pride, bravery, glory, wonder, and passion. The 9 emotions. ICC launched the brand identity for the 2023 event, set to be played in India earlier on Sunday to mark a momentous day in the history of Indian cricket. तो एक बहुत बड़ा वो मोमेंट था, वो मोमेंट जो ना तो धोनी कभी अपनी लाइफ में भूल सकते हैं ना उनके फैंस भूल सकते हैं, जब उन्होंने वर्ल्ड कप लिए वो जो लास्ट बॉल पे उन्होंने विनिंग शॉट उसके बाद ही हुआ कि यस वी वॉन द वर्ल्ड कप. तो उस मोमेंट की, उस गोल्डन मोमेंट की जो है एक डिजिटल कलेक्टिबल बना के फैन क्रेज ने गिफ्ट किया है धोनी को, which I think is a very very special moment.
Sweet gesture. जी. तो ICC के Facebook पेज पे ये लाइव दिखाया गया and I think it's a great thing. और जो आगे भी जो काफ़ी ज़्यादा गेम्स है, कितनी स्पोर्ट्स कंपनीज है जो मेटावर्स में आ रही हैं या NFTs क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, जितने भी क्रिकेटर्स हैं कुछ, तो which is a very good thing.
Yes.
So that's all in this episode of the Weekly Wrap. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off.
And this is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share and subscribe to 3.0 TV and have a great weekend.
Memes have become a part of our daily life thanks to social media. Yes, they add value to our face. They make us smile. Meme can also add value to your wallet. You guys, I'm talking about meme coins. What's up, memers? Welcome to this segment of 3.0 TV. I'm your host, Shikha Singh. Meme coins, they have become the talk of the crypto world. While they show the lightheartedness of what can be perceived as a harsh and cutthroat industry, meme coins such as Shiba Inu and Dogecoin have performed exceptionally well in both performance and community, as well as garnering support from many celebrities. However, the one to watch out for now is Tamadoge. Tamadoge's first game, Super Doge, a viral crypto pre-sale project from last year that is now one of the top 15 meme coins by market capitalization. My fellow dog lovers, the graphics of this game are super cute. I mean, look at this puppy. So adorable, isn't it? Let's get back to the game. Super Doge is a free-to-play game similar to Super Mario, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. There are several modes in this game such as Rocket Doge, Super Doge, Tamadoge Run, To the Moon and Super Blast. Tamadoge Run and Super Blast modes are not available for the users yet. The game profile could be fetched from the game's website. Each mode has a leaderboard that rewards players with Tama tokens. And to grab some of those, you have to score maximum points and complete all of the game levels. Many people avoid investing money or buying coins to play these games. However, Tamadoge has you covered. Users can choose between playing for free or paying to play using Tama credits and Tamadoge NFTs and earning Tamadoge rewards. Tama token is the currency needed to transact on the ecosystem. They are stakeable and do not contain any transaction text. Tamadoge ecosystem has been designed in such a way that it can be profitable without relying on deterrents such as transaction tax, factors that raise the entry barrier of P2E. Tama tokens are used to buy Tamadoge pets from the Tamadoge marketplace, an AR ecosystem where the pets interact with each other and their holders in an AR ecosystem. Tamadoge pets are playable characters, NFTs that users can purchase from the pet store and upgrade with customizations and accessories. collected Doge points are counted at the end of the month, and the one with the most points get rewarded in Tamadoge tokens. The Tamadoge arcade is said to have 5 games, of which Super Doge is the first. Super Doge works on the Ethereum blockchain. However, after experiencing ups and downs throughout 2022, the blockchain gaming activity as measured by on-chain data increased by 1.31% in January 2023 with 858,000 daily unique active wallets. Now here are some facts about the gaming sector. The year 2022 was a disaster year. Investors, GameFi participants and NFT holders saw the value of their holdings plummet after reaching euphoric height. Those who were less lucky lost their assets as a result of the Terra disaster, which was followed by BlockFi, Celsius, FTX, and other smaller projects that failed or were hacked. The market cap of GameFi tokens dropped from $27 billion at the beginning of the year to $3.3 billion by the end. The monthly volume of the GameFi transactions declined severely, going from $3.1 billion in January to $80 million in December, a 97% drop. Despite this setback, well-known game studios continue to invest in the GameFi sector. Analysts believe that as blockchain games become more playable, they will be one of the primary drivers of the mainstream cryptocurrency adoption. The number of transactions in blockchain games remained relatively stable, bouncing between 130 million and 185 million. With 296 new projects, BNB attracted the most new projects. Polygon, Wax, and Solana, on the other hand, increased in relative terms, doubling and tripling the numbers of the projects since 2021. In terms of the growing popularity of blockchain gaming, Wax blockchain has witnessed the most active gaming activity with 331,000 daily unique active wallets. Hive blockchain is in the second place with 183 daily unique active wallets, a 17% increase month on month. Polygon ranks third with 138 daily unique active wallets, an 11.2% increase over the previous month. The growth of the gaming and metaverse sector of the cryptocurrency space is a result of individual project milestones and the growth they have experienced. Prominent metaverse gaming platform Sandbox announced that Michelin star chef and main draw of the reality cooking show Hell's Kitchen, Ramsay, is being turned into a collection of NFT avatars that users will be able to mint later this month. There will be a total of 2,333 Ramsay avatars. Users of the Sandbox will be able to roam and play games inside the blockchain-enabled metaverse platform using one of the Ramsay avatars. That's it in today's special segment. For more such interesting updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and do press our bell icon for more. Keep watching 3.0 TV.
In 2008, the world's largest leading banks were dealt a catastrophic blow by the financial crisis led by the collapse of the Lehman Brothers due to their investment in very risky subprime assets. 14 years later, the world is still on the brink of yet another financial disaster, with 3 leading banks, Silvergate, Silicon Valley and Signature, collapsing one after the other, spreading panic amongst 190 other banks that too are feared to nosedive amidst this turmoil. Both Silvergate and Silicon Valley were holding deposits of over $100 billion each. Though the epicenter of crisis is in the United States, its tremors were felt in Switzerland too, one of the most picturesque destinations of the world, where the Credit Suisse got embroiled in a massive financial crisis. This would have shaken many other banks and financial institutions. Had banking giant, the Central Bank of Switzerland, not turned in as its savior. While the failure of the 3 US-based banks is attributed to their more than expected exposure in the crypto and startup companies, what is surprising amidst all this turmoil is the fact that cryptocurrencies that have been facing the winters have suddenly come out of the chill and started showing a northward trend on the bourses. Due to the financial crisis, the top 10 US banks have lost around $243 billion in market value, ever since the Silicon Valley Bank caved in. Nasdaq Bank Index is down nearly 26% this month, while it lost 23% for the quarter. On the other hand, cryptocurrencies witnessed an upward surge, with Bitcoin trading at $28,180, up nearly 40%, since March 10th low of $19,950. High net worth investor, Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy, bought a whopping 6,455 bitcoins, suggesting an increased investor confidence in decentralized economy as against centralized monetary systems.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Manoj Dhara. So let's slowly peel the layers of the current global financial crisis and its correlation with the cryptocurrency market. Comparing SVB's situation with the other players reveals that nearly 190 banks operating in the United States are potentially at the risk of a bank run. A bank run is when customers start withdrawing their deposits en masse over the concerns about the bank's solvency. The severity of the bank failure prospects can be gauged from the fact that the stock prices of the top 14 banks are down by 15 to 25% since March 8th, the day before the industry-wide sell-off began as Silicon Valley Bank's liquidity issues rose to the forefront. The contagion effect spread fast to the other regions as well. If we talk about the European-listed shares or the UBS, Deutsche Bank, British banks HSBC and Barclays and the French bank BNP Paribas are each down over 15% or more during the stretch. Meanwhile, 11 large US banks have actually injected $30 billion in deposits into First Republic Bank to save it from meeting the similar fate as the Silicon Valley Bank. So is it a blessing in disguise for the entire cryptocurrency market? Let's try and understand how the run on the US bank is boosting cryptocurrencies. There are several reasons. The birth of Bitcoin itself owes its genesis to the 2008 bank bailouts. So Bitcoin price went parabolic in the response to the SVB bailout announcement. The bank implosion caused a capital flight to safety, and investors dumped stablecoins and illiquid assets in the favor of Bitcoin. No wonder the current bank sector's instability and scenarios such as high inflation data triggered a trust deficit in the Federal Reserve and encouraged investors to seek refuge in the Bitcoin. So if we talk about the overall outlook, when we are considering the future of the US bank, it must be noted that they face bleak scenarios. In the US alone, it is estimated that roughly around 4,700 small and mid-sized banks with total assets of $10.5 trillion have to pay deposits to prevent a run on the bank deposits. On the contrary, the large banks such as JP Morgan Chase or Bank of America's customers are sticky to rising rates tend to boost their earnings thanks to the floating rate loans. And the US banking crisis and crypto's liquidity concerns, Silvergate and Signature were the primary banking institutions serving crypto companies, while Silicon Valley Bank had many crypto startups and the venture capitalists as its clients. Since these were the most crypto-friendly banks, it would be little difficult for the startups and companies to get lending service going forward as well. So JP Morgan has also backed this claim and said in a note that the banking crisis could present an opportunity for some exchanges which could gain market share by offering banking services to the crypto native firms and investors. Poor liquidity around assets leads to market inefficiencies where traders lose money due to the events like thin order book, slippages and the large spreads. It can also cause severe volatility and deter sophisticated investors from placing their investor bets. It's a full circle for Satoshi Nakamoto, who founded Bitcoin. In Bitcoin Genesis block, the pseudonymous founder embedded a link to the London Times headline, "Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for the banks," which means that Bitcoin was created as an alternative to the traditional centralized finance. Now, as perhaps the biggest global banking uncertainty looms large since the first Bitcoin block was mined, that narrative seems even more relevant. Thank you so much for watching this special show on 3.0 TV. I am your host Manoj Dhara signing off. But keep watching 3.0 TV for more such interesting analysis. Thank you.
Metaverse real estate is one of the most intriguing things you will ever come across. It's real estate that is virtual, where parcels of land are sold. For a very long time, people have been working on it and creating entire universes. When Facebook said it would change its name to Meta and concentrate on creating its virtual world, interest in metaverse real estate rose. Gucci, Snoop Dogg, Daler Mehndi, Warner Music Group and other well-known brands and companies have already purchased real estate in the metaverse. Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. Metaverse real estate is land in virtual worlds where people can socialize, play games, sell NFTs, attend meetings, visit virtual concerts and engage in a variety of other virtual activities. Metaverse properties like real-world properties can be expanded, flipped or leased. Sounds interesting? Fasten your seat belts as we are going to dive deep into the world of real estate in the metaverse, where we will explore how we can buy virtual land, where we can buy and much more. But before we dive deep into the world of real estate and metaverse, let's listen in to what the founder and CEO of Metalty Ventures, Mr. Gagan Pal Singh Nagi, has to say about it.
Metaverse can change how you buy and sell real estate. Seller can use Metaverse to showcase the digital twin of the real estate to the customer. And on the other side, customer can experience the real estate virtually through his computer as an avatar and take more informed decision. The physical sale process can be replicated in Metaverse, making it close to real experience for buyer and seller.
Well, according to various reports, the metaverse real estate market is expected to grow by $5.37 billion by 2026. Also, virtual land trading spiked this past quarter with 147,000 trades generating $311 million in trading volume, according to a new report by Diaproda. A parcel of land cost only $20 when Decentraland held its first land auction at the Terraform event in December 2017. In 2021, those parcels sold for an average of more than $6,000. Prices for land tokens had risen to around $15,000 by the beginning of 2022. Companies have been heavily investing in virtual land properties due to the positive outlook for metaverse growth. In November, the Republic Realm broke records when it purchased a property in the Sandbox for a whopping price of $4.3 million. One of the biggest sales is a property adjacent to Snoop Dogg's in the Sandbox. An anonymous buyer bought it for $450,000. And now let's understand how to buy a metaverse property. Purchasing a metaverse property works similarly to purchasing an NFT. Your ownership deed is a one-of-a-kind piece of code on a blockchain. This code validates your ownership or rights to that piece of digital real estate. So, in order to begin your metaverse real estate portfolio, you will need your own digital crypto wallet. Some platforms use specific cryptocurrencies for their transactions, so you should look into them before registering for a new wallet. Then go to the virtual metaverse platform and register for an account. To purchase land and other assets, you must link your digital wallet to the platform. Choose a parcel of land and purchase it. Like real-world properties, you can also purchase metaverse land through brokers and property managers. Unlike in the real world though, metaverse brokers don't need licenses and are under no regulations. So make sure you transact with reliable ones. And now let's understand where we can buy metaverse property. The majority of metaverse real estate is owned by the Big Four: Decentraland, Sandbox, Somnium Space and CryptoVoxels are among the major players in the metaverse economy. These platforms own a total of 268,645 parcels, many of which are among the most expensive on the market. Sandbox currently dominates the metaverse real estate, owning approximately 62% of the entire market. Land here currently costs an average of $11,000, with premium lots selling for between $20,000 and $30,000. You can buy or rent virtual spaces for a variety of purposes. There are various sizes of family homes, commercial spaces, art galleries, and hangout spots. In the past few years, the Sandbox has forged strategic partnerships with investors like Square Enix, brands like Shaun the Sheep, and celebrities like Snoop Dogg. Decentraland is a 3D virtual reality platform based on the Ethereum blockchain. Land NFTs with specific grid coordinates and a reference to parcel details are used to convey ownership of land parcels. Users must have mana tokens to purchase land, which can also be used to purchase in-world products and services. Decentraland's virtual world is divided into districts, each with its own set of content. Crypto voxels. If you have played Minecraft, you will feel right at home at crypto voxels. In this virtual world, you can purchase land and construct structures out of monochrome blocks. Colors and other elements purchased with native color tokens can be used to personalize your designs. A lot of land at crypto voxels currently sells for $5,000 on average, but prices can go up to $10,000 depending on the size and location of the property. Land ownership, like that of other virtual worlds on Ethereum blockchain, is permanently recorded on the blockchain. Somnium Space. Somnium Space is a blockchain virtual reality metaverse created entirely by its users. The virtual space is divided into three sizes: small, medium, and extra large parcels. On the Ethereum and Solana blockchain, ownership is authenticated and recorded. Somnium Space parcels have a median price of $11,500. In February 2022, the most expensive lot sold for $43,100. Those with limited funds who want to buy parcels can still do so, with smaller parcels priced between $2,000 and $4,000. Now, aside from the big four, more than a dozen platforms now sell metaverse lands. Other options include Axie Infinity, Star Atlas, BitCountry, and others. In 2021, Sandbox land increased by 15,000%. It also had the highest transaction volume in the same year, with a total of $350 million for 65,000 virtual land transactions. Sales of metaverse real estate on the four major platforms reached $501 million in 2021 and are expected to more than double to $1 billion this year. In major metaverse platforms, the average price of a parcel has risen from $1,265 to $12,684. Only about 25,000 individual crypto wallets contribute to metaverse real estate investments. Although the metaverse is expected to grow tremendously in the next few years, it is still a relatively new industry that is far from stable. For one, if a metaverse platform goes offline permanently, all your land and assets in that platform become non-existent. So, only time will tell what the future holds for the real estate industry in metaverse. Well, that's all in this episode of Metaverse Magic. Keep watching 3.0 TV for more such updates. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am your host Vishakha Thakur, and in today's special segment we are going to explore 3 best Polygon-matic wallets in 2023. First, let's know what are Polygon wallets. Well, they are applications that allow store crypto and interact with your Polygon account. Just think of the wallet as an internet banking app without the bank or any central body. Basically, to send and manage your funds, including Matic, you need a wallet. So what's the best Matic wallet on the market? We have handpicked the best Matic wallets considering security, transaction fees, minimum deposit, multi-chain support, and user experience among other features. The first one on the list is Zengo. Zengo is a biometric hardware crypto wallet. It leverages MPC technology to offer users easy access to their Matic crypto and other assets. Zengo essentially removes the need for a private key, making it much more secure than conventional crypto wallets. The wallet used to be accessible for larger companies but is now available to seasoned traders and crypto beginners. Its key features include simple recoverability process. With Zengo, users do not need to store their seed phrase somewhere in order to recover their wallet in case their device is lost or stolen. Security. Uses an encrypted secret key, share that store users' private keys on the user's device and one on their server. NFTs. Zengo offers full NFT functionality. Support. Zengo also has an active support team that is available 24/7. So if we talk about Zengo's pros and cons, then its pros are detailed and simple user interface, strong customer service, strong security. 3 security factors protect Zengo users, which is especially useful for new crypto users, and no need for private keys, easy to set up. Zengo's cons include features are available only in limited locations, not fully non-custodial in terms of storing private keys. The second wallet on our list is Wendly. Wendly Wallet is another Polygon wallet offering NFT tools, an NFT marketplace, and applications where users can transact and interact with dApps. Wendly has established itself as a leading crypto wallet compatible with Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. Its key features include it enables users to create widget-based integration solutions and connect existing dApps to collaborate on digital assets. Security. Wendly prioritizes security with the availability of multi-factor authentication. The wallet also partners with BlockRocket, which helps create safe enterprise custody solutions. Offers exchange service, recoverable wallets, customer support suitable for blockchain games. If we talk about pros and cons of Wendly, then its pros include it's available anywhere. Wendly works on any browser, device, and operating system. Wendly software allows users to view tokens and crypto collectibles received from different blockchains including Bitcoin, VeChain, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tron, and GoChain. Wendly does require users to store their private keys via seed phrases. Simple and well-detailed interface. Wendly's cons include only one point. It's relatively expensive. That's it. Now moving on to our third and final wallet on the list, Ledger Nano X. The Ledger Nano X is a well-known crypto hardware wallet used to store Polygon and other popular cryptos. It is an advanced hardware wallet that allows users to store the private keys of over 5,500 crypto assets offline. With its Bluetooth connectivity feature, Nano X users can manage their crypto assets from smartphones once the wallet is connected to the Ledger Live and Ledger Nano X mobile apps. Ledger Nano X's features include security. Digital assets are stored offline, thereby preventing online breaches. Ledger Live, a cloud-based software and gateway to the Ledger hardware wallet, providing an easy-to-use interface for managing a Ledger device. Support. The company offers several support features including live chat and active social media forums. If we talk about Ledger Nano X's pros and cons, then its pros include secure, convenience. The Nano X is portable and lightweight, weighing just about 34 grams. Bluetooth connectivity. The Nano X is Bluetooth enabled and iOS compatible. Larger built-in screen, larger storage size. Its cons include lax taking features to the device's desktop and mobile leisure live interface. Relatively expensive. Experience data leak in 2020. Well, that's it in today's special segment. We will meet again with more exciting updates. Till then, keep watching 3.0 TV. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off. Please like and share our videos, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get instant updates. Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur, and in today's special segment, we will explore the tectonic shift taking place in crypto funding, where VCs are moving away from centralized finance and preferring decentralized finance as an effective mode of investment. But first, let's understand what is the difference between decentralized and centralized finance. Centralized finance is financial activities that must go through a central point, an institution like Coinbase, while on the other hand, decentralized finance is one that functions without a centralized agency where all information does not have to go through a single entity. So figure this, digital asset investment firms poured $2.7 billion into decentralized finance projects in 2022, up 190% from 2021, while investments into centralized finance projects went the other way, falling 73% to $4.3 billion over the same time frame. The staggering rise in DeFi funding was despite overall crypto funding figures falling from $31.92 billion in 2021 to $18.25 billion in 2022 as the market shifted from bull to bear. According to a March 1st report from CoinGecko citing data from DeFi Llama, the figures potentially points to DeFi as the new high-growth area for the crypto industry. The report says that the decrease in funding towards CeFi could point to the sector reaching a degree of saturation. The near threefold increase in DeFi investment is also a staggering 65-fold increase from 2020 at the start of last bull run. So let's understand why the crypto funding shifted from centralized finance to decentralized finance. The primary reason is the fall of centralized institutions like FTX, Celsius, Terra Luna, and Three Arrows Capital, which has caused investors to move their funds to more safer avenue like decentralized exchanges. According to CoinGecko, the largest DeFi funding in 2022 was from Luna Foundation Guard's $1 billion sale of Luna tokens in February 2022, which came about 3 months before the catastrophic collapse of Terra Luna Classic and Terra Classic USD in May. Ethereum native decentralized exchange Uniswap and Ethereum staking protocol Lido Finance raised $164 million and $94 million respectively. Meanwhile, FTX and FTX US were the largest recipients of CeFi funding, having raised $800 million in January, accounting for 18.6% of CeFi funding in 2022 alone. The crypto exchanges, however, collapsed only 10 months later and filed for bankruptcy. Other areas of investments included blockchain infrastructure and blockchain technology companies, which raised $2.8 billion and $2.7 billion respectively, a trend that has remained strong over the last 5 years, said CoinGecko. However, all is not hunky-dory with the DeFi space. It will be the first topic up for discussion at the opening meeting of Commodity Futures Trading Commission's Technology Advisory Committee on March 22, 2023. This will cement the cryptocurrency industry as a priority for US derivatives regulator. It remains to be seen what kind of regulation will take shape to influence the decentralized finance. As of now, looking at the current trend, 2023 is expected to be a pivotal year for the DeFi ecosystem. With improved scalability, more mainstream adoption, regulatory clarity, more decentralized exchanges, and new use cases for DeFi, the future of DeFi looks bright. Decentralized finance has the potential to play a significant role in increasing cryptocurrency adoption in 2023. Well, that's it in today's special segment. We will meet again with such exciting updates. Till then, keep watching 3.0 TV. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off.
We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFT.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations.
Metaverse and Web3.
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
Keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am your host Ruchi Sharma. Web3 giant and Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin has set crypto Twitter ablaze with a stamp of approval on an NFT collection and led to surging sales of the non-fungible tokens to the tune of several $1 million. The NFT collection, known as the Quadratic Funding Collection, which celebrates Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin's contribution to a popular Web3 funding model, was created by Meta Label in collaboration with Web3 funding platform Gitcoin. As of 9th March 2023, the Quadratic Funding Collection has amassed some 4,692 ETH, amounting to $7.3 million in trading volume over the past 24 hours, as the floor price rose to 0.58 ETH, amounting to $905. Each NFT in the collection, known in Meta Label parlance as a record, looks like an album cover and includes a digital version of the 2018 white paper, Liberal Radicalism, a flexible design for philanthropic matching funds signed by Buterin and his co-authors, economist Glenn Weil and Zoe Hitzig. It's the first quality drop project from Meta Label. The NFT project commemorates the creation of the concept of quadratic funding, a model that seeks to maximize contributions to projects by providing matching funds to individual donations. Each NFT also comes with 2 essays about quadratic funding from Gitcoin co-founders Kevin Owaki and Scott Moore. The standard NFT was released on 1st March 2023 in an open edition mint that concluded on March 9th, 2023 at a price of just 0.05 ETH. Ultimately, 9,209 of the standard NFTs were minted. Another 12 limited edition signature editions of the NFT came with signed physical copies of the white paper and were sold via a Dutch auction format. Ultimately, Meta Label said that the overall drop raised over $781,000 for public goods projects. A Meta Label representative confirms that Buterin agreed to reissue the white paper he co-authored for the NFT drop and hand-signed the 12 physical copies of the white paper that accompany the signature editions. Well, that's in today's special segment. We will meet again with more such exciting updates. Till then, keep watching 3.0 TV. I'm Ruchi Sharma signing off. Have a great day.
what? You shouldn't be surprised that card games weren't created by the Chinese. People played cards before, but in a different format, such as Chaucer. All over the world, people have fun with card games. Card games have also been leaving its trace in the Web3 space. Hello and welcome, I'm your host Shikha Singh. Let's go back in time to when we discussed the well-known card game Splinterlands. Now we are back with another card game called Lord of the Lights. Hearthstone, but in a crypto format? The Lords of Light by Rainy Studios, which doesn't entirely reinvent the wheel, more than lives up to the expectations. And by embracing the culture of its crypto history, it sets itself apart from card battling competitors. The goal of the game is for players to assume the role of a hero from one of the 7 Lords of Light and lead armies of legendary beasts and mythical legends in battle against other heroes in an effort to destroy Quantum Rug and restore the planet. A certain color will be assigned to each hero and card. The Lords of Light incorporates a play and earn model. We have witnessed how successful play and earn mechanics can be in a growing community, consequently offering enormous value to entire ecosystem. After watching the astronomical success of games like Axie Infinity and Alien Woods, a new utility token called Photon will act as the primary game currency. This approach will enable a number of key earning mechanisms which will help drive user adoption. Users will be able to earn Photon tokens via the Photon portal and increase their earning rate in a number of ways, including winning rank battles, completing daily quests, winning tournaments, renting out higher level cards. The Photon token will have liquidity and be fully tradable, allowing players to buy and sell the token on the market at their discretion. Players will therefore essentially be able to earn an income by simply playing and succeeding within an immersive and engaging TCG. Users can also mint NFTs on the platform. My personal favorite is Envy, Wrath, and Lust by Clement Await. I also liked Stormy and Sunny by Andy Thomas. So colorful. I'm also amazed by Jordan's The Dictator and the Wizard. So authentic. Although there is a basic deck available for free play in the game, NFT versions of the cards can be exchanged on secondary markets. With plans to completely launch one on the more expansive Epic Games Store in June, Lords of Light just launched its open beta for PC and Mac on the Web3 game store Elixir. Even though there is a lot other NFT-driven card games out there, such as Gods Unchained, Skyweaver, and Splinterlands, Rainy chose a different kind of mood for the Lords of Light one that embraces the hyperactive personalities and occasionally absurd memes of the cryptocurrency community. Lords of Light also offers plenty of funny cards with flashy animations featuring nods to disgraced FTX co-founder and ex-CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, Binance founder and CEO Changpeng Zhao, Twitter CEO Elon Musk, stockbroker and Bitcoin skeptic Peter Schiff, and the Winklevoss twins of the crypto exchange Gemini. Pseudonymous Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto and Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin are also in the mix. A prime illustration of the enormous benefits blockchain might offer to conventional gaming is play to earn. Simply put, Web3 feels like a significant advancement for humanity since it is brimming with cutting-edge innovations beyond anything we have ever seen before. I've been working on a Web3 gaming platform that intends to serve as a central location where users may purchase NFTs, which are virtual goods used in the games. More and more players are switching to novel models like play-to-earn games as Web3 gaming develops. The ability of seasoned players to combine the excitement of playing and winning with earning money is in reality the main draw for them. That's it in this special segment. For more such updates, keep watching 3.0 TV. Do not forget to press the bell icon for more such updates.
Hello and a very warm welcome. I am Ruchi Sharma. If you own a Bitcoin, then you are probably sitting on a treasure trove in a little sense. And if this fact is still hidden from you, then allow us to explain as to how at first place this has come to light and how you can discover it. Every copy of Mac OS that has shipped since 2018 has contained the original white paper detailing how Bitcoin works. Andy Bio, the developer who was trying to fix a problem with his printer, made this bizarre discovery. He found that in the image capture utility that builds into Mac OS, there's a folder containing sample documents. One of those is the PDF of the Bitcoin white paper written by Satoshi Nakamoto, the Bitcoin inventor whose true identity remains a mystery. Finding a Bitcoin white paper on a Mac is easy. To locate this file, you have to navigate through a few folders saved on your Mac. Macintosh HD, System, Library, Image Capture, Devices. Once you reach the device folder, hold down Ctrl on your keyboard and click Virtual Scanner and show Package Contents. Open the Contents and Resources folders and there should be a document called simpledoc.pdf. This is the Bitcoin white paper as shown below on MacBook Pro. Well, if you wonder what the white paper is doing here, there is no explanation for that. Interestingly, on his blog, Andy Bio claims that, and I quote, "A little bird tells me that someone internally filed it as an issue nearly a year ago, assigned to the same engineer who put the PDF there in the first place. And that person hasn't taken action or commented on the issue since." So what's the Bitcoin white paper doing inside Mac? It's likely that the document was a so-called Easter egg. With Easter Day around, the Mac may have planted the file to serve a practical purpose as a sample document as well as intriguing find that somebody would inevitably stumble across one day. The Bitcoin white paper's inclusion in Mac OS is even more curious given that Apple has always been relatively cool on the idea of supporting cryptocurrencies. If there are conspiracy theories about a link between Bitcoin and Apple, then it is going the right way. That's all in this special story. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share and subscribe to 3.0 TV and have a great day. We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFTs.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations.
Metaverse and Web3.
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
Keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
Oh, you guys. You thought I was dead, huh? Lucky for you, I wasn't. I was so engrossed playing this game that I just started daydreaming about it. Now, you might want to know what game am I talking about. I am talking about The Walking Dead Empires. Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am your host, Shikhar Singh. The Walking Dead Empires is a blockchain-enabled massive multiplayer online zombie survival game with NFTs and a play-to-earn mechanics. Gala Games is working on a staggering number of Web3 titles and it's a role-playing game. The Walking Dead Empires is one of the first games stumbling towards the release like a zombie in hot pursuit. TWDE, based on the Smash comic book inspired AMC TV series, which is set to be launched on Windows PC and Mac, coinciding with the latest resurgence in zombie-themed entertainment led by HBO's hit The Last of Us and release of the Web3 shooter Undead Blocks. TWDE is marketed as a massively multiplayer online role-playing game focused on survival. This game is reminiscent to Fortnite and Diablo 3. While zombies lurk around the open world map, users can chop trees, pick up rocks and harvest mushrooms in relative peace. A zombie game isn't that scary, you say? Indeed. The wide third-person perspective, generally bright lighting, and lack of gory audio effects makes the game feel surprisingly tame in my limited demo. Because of the general ease of the grinding levels, it feels less like a survival game and more like a traditional role-playing game. Fun fact, to play TWDE, players do not need to purchase any NFTs. The game will be completely free to play and in-game items created by users will not become NFTs. The main advantage of those expensive NFTs is that they are indestructible, unlike in-game crafted items, which decay and eventually disappear from your inventory after a certain number of users. Scavenging for resources and harvesting materials in the open world, crafting items and killing zombies are the main gameplay elements. The loading screens between zones are quick and do not interfere with the game. Users can construct a base on their land. Gamers can invite others to settle on their land and reap the benefits of what they bring and build. Users can build bases with acquired materials and construct structures with the game's aerial view build mode tool, where you can still kill zombies as well. Every level up of your home base triggers a new wave of zombie attackers. While the bulk of the gameplay is person versus environment, there will also be some map zones designed for competitive player versus player combat. Empires offers a strategy-minded role-playing game experience with skill trees and mastery levels to track player experience. It also offers flexibility to explore the world of hack and slash. Luckily, there's plenty to see and do because the game world is huge. In higher level areas labeled legendary or ancient, the opponents are significantly harder to kill. You could spend hours getting lost in its many sectors. However, it feels smaller than the truly enormous locale of World of Warcraft. That's it in today's special segment. We will keep you hooked with more such updates. Until then, keep watching 3.0 TV. Do press the bell icon for more unique content.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Ruchi Sharma. US and German authorities have taken down the infrastructure of a cryptocurrency mixer that allegedly facilitated the laundering of billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Chip Mixer, an unlicensed crypto mixer created in 2017, specialized in mixing or cutting trails related to virtual currency assets, Europol said Wednesday. Also known as tumblers or blenders, crypto mixers are tools anyone can use to obscure a crypto wallet's source of funds by blending the cryptocurrencies of many users together. Chip Mixer's software made it attractive for cyber criminals looking to launder illegal proceeds from criminal activities such as drug trafficking, weapons trafficking, ransomware attacks, and payment card fraud, the law enforcement agency added. Supported by Europol, the US and German authorities seized 4 servers and more than 1,900 bitcoins, currently worth about $46 million. The investigation into Chip Mixer suggests the platforms may have facilitated the laundering of 152,000 BTC, according to Europol, worth roughly $3.7 billion at today's prices. Ransomware actors such as Zeppelin, Suncrypt, Mamba, Dharma, and Lockbit have also allegedly used this service. Some of its criminally inclined customers, including the North Korean hacking group Lazarus, who stole over $600 million from the Axie Infinity blockchain app, along with the thieves who drained millions from the now shuttered FTX crypto exchange. The DOJ also charged Min Kwa Nguyen, the owner of the service, with money laundering, identity theft, and operating an unlicensed money transmitting business. The actions against Chipmixer come after the US Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control last August sanctioned crypto mixer Tornado Cash, which it said had been used to launder more than $7 billion worth of virtual currency since its creation in 2019. However, some industry participants argued that crypto mixers and privacy coins that operate using immutable smart contracts are not sanctionable entities. Such tools have lawful uses to provide a modicum of privacy for an open financial system. Well, that's it in today's special segment. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. For more such exciting updates, keep watching 3.2 TV.
The ghost of the financial reserve banking have returned to haunt the US banking system. The recent victim behind the Silicon Valley Bank, SVB, that brought back the memories of the disastrous financial crisis of 2008. SVB is the second biggest US financial institution to have failed in history. Before analyzing the SVB failures, let's understand one fundamental change to US banking which was carried out to provide a freedom. Yes, we are talking about the fractional reserve banking. So, as the name suggests, it is a system of bank management of a holding of fractional of deposits in a deposit form while majority funds are invested or loaned out to the borrowers. The financial reserve banking is a threat of a bank run. Previously, the banks operated with the full reserves, which is actually they held 100% of the deposited funds in reserves. On March 15, 2020, the Federal Reserve abolished the reserve requirements for all depository institutions, enabling banks to lend out 100% of the deposits and guaranteeing risk-free profits. Which is, while we come back to the SVB issue, the now failed bank has approximately $209 billion in total assets and about $175.4 billion in the total deposits as on December 31st, 2022. As the US Fed resorted to a 0% interest rate regime for the extended time buying mortgage-backed securities, the next important factor to this function became the preferred investment choice, SVB Bank. The lender generated enormous funds from the startup, of which $90 billion was parked in MBS. Interesting. It is at this point the Fed looked to turn 0% interest rate trajectory, and it started hiking interest rates, which resulted in MSB yields much lower rate than the market rates. SVB was sitting at a notional loss of over $15 billion to $90 billion investments. And since startup funding slowed down, deposits growth to stumble, and which is aimed amid slow inflows, the SVB started feeling the pinch from the fund withdrawals. With a large number of depositors simultaneously demanding their deposits back, the banks suffered from the liquidity crunch. The fear of contagion was more evident than the previous though several startups started demanding deposits money back. Circle's deposit, which stood at $3.3 billion with SVB, and some other holdings deposits with SVB are BlockFi, Circle, Pantera, Avalanche, Yuga Labs, Proof, Nova Labs, to name few. The tech lenders' collapse have left several startups and tech firms in the US globally and also in India who have exposure to the SVB's investment, which is actually worrying the entire global fraternity. As a percentage data of the market intelligence platform Traxon, SVB had exposure in at least 21 startups in India. The size of investments and the exact details of the startups which are not mentioned yet, but SVB was a bank to over 2,500 venture capitalist firms, which included the likes of Lightspeed, Bain Capital, and Insight Partners, as per the New York Times. The SVB also managed the personal wealth of several tech executives. The California regulator, which shut down SVB, has said that the insured depositors will have full access to their insured deposits no later than Monday, March 13, 2023. Deposits of up to $250,000 were insured by the regulator, and beyond that, customers will receive no information on when they will regain access to their money. The regulators have put SVB under the control of US Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which is FDIC. It is acting as a receiver. This typically means that it will liquidate SVB's assets to pay back its customers, including depositors and creditors. That's all there is in this special story. Keep watching Ethereum TV for more such interesting updates on the SVB issue. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur, and in today's special segment, we will explore the tectonic shift taking place in crypto funding, where VCs are moving away from centralized finance and preferring decentralized finance as an effective mode of investment. But first, let's understand what is the difference between decentralized and centralized finance. Centralized finance is financial activities that must go through a central point, an institution like Coinbase, while on the other hand, decentralized finance is one that functions without a centralized agency where all information does not have to go through a single entity. So figure this, digital asset investment firms poured $2.7 billion into decentralized finance projects in 2022, up 190% from 2021, while investments into centralized finance projects went the other way, falling 73% to $4.3 billion over the same time frame. The staggering rise in DeFi funding was despite overall crypto funding figures falling from $31.92 billion in 2021 to $18.25 billion in 2022 as the market shifted from bull to bear. According to a March 1st report from CoinGecko citing data from DeFi Llama, the figures potentially points to DeFi as the new high growth area for the crypto industry. The report says that the decrease in funding towards CeFi could point to the sector reaching a degree of saturation. The near threefold increase in DeFi investment is also a staggering 65-fold increase from 2020 at the start of last bull run. So let's understand why the crypto funding shifted from centralized finance to decentralized finance. The primary reason is the fall of centralized institutions like FTX, Celsius, Terra Luna, and Three Arrows Capital, which has caused investors to move their funds to more safer avenue like decentralized exchanges. According to CoinGecko, the largest DeFi funding in 2022 was from Luna Foundation Guard's $1 billion sale of Luna tokens in February 2022, which came about 3 months before the catastrophic collapse of Terra Luna Classic and Terra Classic USD in May. Ethereum native decentralized exchange Uniswap and Ethereum staking protocol Lido Finance raised $164 million and $94 million respectively. Meanwhile, FTX and FTX US were the largest recipients of CeFi funding, having raised $800 million in January, accounting for 18.6% of CeFi funding in 2022 alone. The crypto exchanges, however, collapsed only 10 months later and filed for bankruptcy. Other areas of investments included blockchain infrastructure and blockchain technology companies, which raised $2.8 billion and $2.7 billion respectively, a trend that has remained strong over the last 5 years, said CoinGecko. However, all is not hunky-dory with the DeFi space. It will be the first topic up for discussion at the opening meeting of Commodity Futures Trading Commission's Technology Advisory Committee on March 22, 2023. This will cement the cryptocurrency industry as a priority for US derivatives regulator. It remains to be seen what kind of regulation will take shape to influence the decentralized finance. As of now, looking at the current trend, 2023 is expected to be a pivotal year for the DeFi ecosystem. With improved scalability, more mainstream adoption, regulatory clarity, more decentralized exchanges, and new use cases for DeFi, the future of DeFi looks bright. Decentralized finance has the potential to play a significant role in increasing cryptocurrency adoption in 2023. Well, that's it in today's special segment. We will meet again with such exciting updates. Till then, keep watching 3.0 TV. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off.
On October 29, 2013, a coffee shop in downtown Vancouver, Canada opened what is understood to be the world's first publicly available Bitcoin ATM operated by Robocoin. From one Canadian coffee shop to a worldwide network of nearly 39,000 crypto ATMs have turned almost 10 years old and are only expected to continue growing. But unfortunately, along with genuine crypto ATMs, fake and unlicensed Bitcoin ATMs are also on the rise. Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am your host Ruchi Sharma, and today's special segment is about the rise of fake and unlicensed Bitcoin ATMs in the world. Recently, a Bitcoin technology firm and its executives have been indicted for allegedly operating unlicensed crypto kiosks in Ohio that knowingly benefited from victims of cryptocurrency scams. S&P Solutions, which operated as Bitcoin of America along with 3 of its executives, are facing charges of money laundering, conspiracy, and other crimes connected to the operation of more than 50 unlicensed crypto kiosks in the state. A Cuyahoga County grand jury returned the indictment on March 1st against the firm, the owner and founder Sonny Marabun, manager Reza Marabun, and company attorney William Suriano. The trio was arrested last week and search warrants were executed on their residences in Florida and Illinois. According to the prosecuting attorney Andrew Rogalski, romance scammers, law enforcement impersonator, and robocallers exploited the lack of anti-money laundering protections in the firm's system to transfer funds out of the users' crypto wallets. Victims are then instructed to put the cash into the machine in exchange for BTC in a wallet they think is theirs but have no control over. For example, an elderly gentleman lost $11,250 in 3 transactions to one of the dodgy kiosks in under an hour to this scam. Meanwhile, the company allegedly pocketed a 20% transfer fee each time this occurred and continued to do even after learning they were fraudulent. Authorities seized 52 Bitcoin ATMs last week, but the firm has more in Ohio and other states. Bitcoin of America made $3.5 million in profit from cash deposits at these unlawful kiosks in 2021. The investigation into the firm and its executives was reportedly spearheaded by the United States Secret Service's Cyber Fraud and Money Laundering Task Force. So, a lesson to our dear viewers is that before you visit crypto or Bitcoin ATM anywhere in the world, make sure it's a licensed ATM, or else you might run the risk of getting scammed like the victims of Bitcoin of America crypto kiosks. Well, that's it in today's special segment. We will meet again with more exciting updates. Till then, keep watching 3.0 TV. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share, and subscribe to 3.0 TV, and have a great day.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. Ripple has built a strategy whereby it will not only be able to showcase its technology prowess, but would help gain a strong foothold in cross-border digital payment space while posing a stiff challenge to Swift, the current leader in this segment. Brooks Entwistle, Senior Vice President of Customer Success and Managing Director of APAC and MENA at Ripple, revealed Ripple's plan to help smaller countries in adopting central bank digital currency. Ripple is currently in talks with more than 20 central banks regarding the development of CBDC. It has already announced projects with Bhutan, Palau, and others to come. Ripple is focused on assisting emerging countries with their CBDC development in an effort to help reduce the number of unbanked people in the world, Entwistle said. In Southeast Asia alone, there are 290 million people without banking services, a figure that is larger than the population of Indonesia.
And I'm really excited about it here in APAC. Having been a resident of Asia now for 30 years, around the region, one of the things I really believe that we are doing and that this technology can do is to really reach the unbanked and to move value in a way that finally gets to a population with the ability to have digital wallets and really get to the end, the last mile of financial inclusion. We think we're playing an important part of that.
Ripple has recognized the opportunity is not in small sub-regions, but a global opportunity. The company, which is at loggerheads with the Securities and Exchange Commission for the sale of unregistered securities, is trying to prove the utility of blockchain technology. The technology will bring benefits not just for individuals, but to small businesses in underbanked regions as well. They are likely to reap the rewards of being able to easily move capital between offices or across borders and having a clientele that can pay via official channels. Remember, the competition in the cross-border payment space will only increase in the near terms, with central banks are trying to adopt CBDC while trying to undermine influence of the private cryptocurrencies. It makes sense for governments around the world to work with the industry to develop clear regulations and determine the best way to integrate CBDCs into the global economy. The digital currencies are going to be a part of the landscape going forward, and every country has to have an answer for their own constituents as to what it will do and how it will impact, and most importantly, how it can really drive economic growth and financial inclusion. That's all in this story. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off. For more such updates, keep watching 3.0 TV. Do like, share and subscribe to our channel.
We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFT.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations,
Metaverse and Web3
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
जब नंबर 1 के खिताब को हथियाने की जबरदस्त जंग छिड़ी हो तो फिर फेयर गेम की उम्मीद करना जरा मुश्किल है। यही हुआ फरवरी के महीने में 6 NFT मार्केटप्लेसेस के बीच, जिन्होंने सबसे ज्यादा ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम दर्ज करने की होड़ में वॉश ट्रेडिंग जैसी गलत प्रैक्टिस का सहारा लिया। आपको जानकर हैरानी होगी कि फरवरी के महीने में NFT मार्केट में सबसे ज्यादा वॉश ट्रेडिंग दर्ज की गई। वॉश ट्रेडिंग यानी जब एक ही ग्रुप के लोग आपस में किसी NFT को बार बार बेचते और खरीदते हैं ताकि नाजायज तरीके से उस NFT की सेल्स उसका प्राइस और ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम बढ़ाई जाए। फरवरी के महीने में वॉच ट्रेडिंग में 126% उछाल देखा गया, जिसके चलते फरवरी के महीने में एनएफटी मार्केट प्लेसेस की टोटल ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम $1.89 बिलियन के करीब पहुंच गई। वॉच ट्रेडिंग में हुए इस इजाफे के लिए जिम्मेदार हैं 6 एनएफटी मार्केट प्लेसेस, जिन पर पिछले 4 महीनों से लगातार चल रही वॉच ट्रेडिंग से $580 मिलियन की टोटल वॉल्यूम जनरेट हुई, जबकि जनवरी में टोटल ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम थी सिर्फ $250 मिलियन। ऐसे में कॉइन गेको की रिपोर्ट इसी तरफ इशारा करती है कि वॉच ट्रेडिंग में हुए 126% के इजाफे की वजह से ओवरऑल एनएफटी मार्केट प्लेसेस ने $1.89 बिलियन की ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम के साथ रिकवरी की। वो 6 एनएफटी मार्केट प्लेसेस जिसका नाम इस वॉच ट्रेडिंग एक्टिविटी में आया वो है मैजिक ईडन, ओपनसी, X2Y2, ब्लर और लुक्सरेयर। इनमें से X2Y2, ब्लर और लुक्सरेयर पर सबसे ज्यादा वॉच ट्रेडिंग एक्टिविटी देखी गई। टोटल वॉच ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम में से X2Y2 पर 49.7%, ब्लर पर 27.7% और लुक्सरेयर पर 15.1% वॉच ट्रेडिंग हुई, जिसकी वजह से X2Y2 पर $280 मिलियन, ब्लर पर $150 मिलियन और लुक्सरेयर पर $80 मिलियन ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम जनरेट हुई। इससे पहले ये मार्केट प्लेसेस इंसेंटिव्स के जरिए और यूजर्स को ट्रांजैक्शन रिवॉर्ड्स का लालच देकर भी अपनी ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम पंप कर चुकी हैं। बाकी 2 मार्केट प्लेसेस यानी मैजिक ईडन और ओपनसी पर $590,000 और $42.5 मिलियन की वॉच ट्रेडिंग रिपोर्ट की गई। कॉइन गेको की रिपोर्ट के मुताबिक इन 6 मार्केट प्लेसेस पर की गई वॉच ट्रेडिंग की वजह से 23.4% की अनएडजस्टेड ट्रेडिंग वॉल्यूम देखी गई। जाहिर तौर पर वॉच ट्रेडिंग ट्रेडिशनल फाइनेंशियल मार्केट में इलीगल है, लेकिन क्रिप्टो इंडस्ट्री में रेगुलेशन की कमी के चलते क्रिप्टो स्पेस और एनएफटी सेक्टर में इस तरह की एक्टिविटी अक्सर देखी जाती है। इन्वेस्टर मार्क क्यूबन ने जनवरी में यह बयान दिया था कि क्रिप्टो मार्केट में अगला इम्प्लोजन वॉच ट्रेडिंग की वजह से होगा। खैर, एनएफटी मार्केट में वॉच ट्रेडिंग के इशू को टैकल करने के लिए अब नई आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बेस्ड टेक्नोलॉजी का सहारा लिया जा रहा है, लेकिन एआई इसमें कितनी कामयाब होगी ये तो वक्त ही बताएगा। फिलहाल इस खास स्टोरी में इतना ही। मैं रुचि शर्मा ऐसी ही स्टोरीज आपके लिए लाती रहूंगी। टिल देन, टेक केयर एंड हैव अ ग्रेट डे।
एवरीवन, मैं हूँ आपकी होस्ट रोशनी शिंगरे। 3.0 टीवी में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज फिर से हम आपके लिए लेकर आए हैं वेब3 की दुनिया में हुई एक मजेदार अपडेट। निसान सेंट्रा, सेरेना, स्काईलाइन, निसान एरेना, सेल्फी, ये सारे मॉडल्स का नाम सुनकर आपको पता चल ही गया होगा कि आज हम जापानीज ऑटोमोटिव ब्रांड निसान के बारे में ही बात करने वाले हैं। यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स पेटेंट एंड ट्रेडमार्क ऑफिस से ट्रेडमार्क एप्लीकेशन फाइल करने वाले कार मैन्युफैक्चरर ब्रांड्स जैसे पोर्शे, हुंडई मोटर्स, मर्सिडीज, फोर्ड, बीएमडब्ल्यू के साथ साथ एक और ग्लोबल कार मैन्युफैक्चरर ब्रांड जुड़ने जा रहा है, जिसका नाम है निसान। निसान भी अब वेब3 वर्ल्ड में तेजी से आगे बढ़ने वाली लेटेस्ट कार मैन्युफैक्चरर बन गई है। निसान ने यूएसए में 1 नहीं, 2 नहीं, 3 नहीं पर पूरे 4 नए वेब3 ट्रेडमार्क्स दायर किए हैं, जिसमें इन्फिनिटी, निस्मो और निसान ब्रांड शामिल है। यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स पेटेंट एंड ट्रेडमार्क ऑफिस की फाइलिंग से पता चला है कि निसान की वर्चुअल क्लोथ्स, कार्स, हेडगियर, ट्रेडिंग कार्ड्स, टॉयज, टिकट्स और एनएफटी ट्रेडिंग और मिंटिंग के लिए एनएफटी मार्केटप्लेस बनाने की योजना है। इतना ही नहीं बल्कि कंपनी ने मेटावर्स में एडवर्टाइजिंग सर्विसेज और अन्य एंटरटेनमेंट सर्विसेज की योजना का भी आउटलाइन तैयार किया है, जिसमें ऑनलाइन वीडियो, इमेजेस, आर्टवर्क्स, टिकट्स, ऑडियो, साउंड्स, म्यूजिक और ट्रेडिंग कार्ड शामिल है। साथ ही वेबसाइट भी है जिसमें निसान के प्रस्तावित एनएफटीज के बारे में सब कुछ जानकारी है। पिछले हफ्ते 8 मार्च को निसान जापान ने घोषणा की है कि वो मेटावर्स में रहते हुए अपने वर्चुअल स्टोर निसान हाइप लैब का स्टडी, कंसल्ट, टेस्ट ड्राइव और निसान व्हीकल्स को परचेस करने के लिए 3 महीने का प्रदर्शन प्रयोग कर रही है। 8 मार्च से 30 जून तक चलने वाले ट्रायल में कस्टमर्स को पीसी या स्मार्टफोन के जरिए 24 घंटे यानी एक दिन वर्चुअल स्टोर फ्रंट पर जाने की अनुमति मिलेगी, जिसमें कस्टमर्स अपने खुद के कस्टमाइज अवतार्स बना सकते हैं और कुछ घंटों के बीच वर्चुअल सेल्स स्टाफ के साथ इंटरैक्ट भी कर सकते हैं। निसान ने स्काईलाइन, जी और जीटीआर सहित अपने कुछ प्रोमिनेंट कार मॉडल्स के लिए अक्टूबर 2022 में 5 ट्रेडमार्क एप्लीकेशंस दायर किए थे। उस समय ट्रेडमार्क अटॉर्नी माइक कॉन्डोडेज ने कहा कि कार ब्रांड की फाइलिंग एनएफटी बैक मीडिया, ऑनलाइन एनएफटी मार्केटप्लेस, डिजिटल वॉलेट्स, एनएफटी मिंटिंग, ट्रेडिंग और सॉफ्टवेयर के लिए योजनाओं का संकेत देती है। इतना ही नहीं बल्कि मई 2022 में निसान ने मेटावर्स में अपना नया ऑल इलेक्ट्रिक निसान साकुरा लॉन्च किया था, जिसमें वीआर चैट नाम के एक सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पर निसान साकुरा नाम की एक आभासी दुनिया है। चल रहे क्रिप्टो विंटर और बेयर मार्केट के बावजूद मल्टीनेशनल कॉर्पोरेशंस अभी भी वेब3, क्रिप्टो, एनएफटी और मेटावर्स को कवर करने वाली ट्रेडमार्क एप्लीकेशन के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। यानी इसका मतलब ये है कि डिस्पाइट द क्रिप्टो विंटर, इन कंपनीज को वेब3 का फ्यूचर ब्राइट नजर आ रहा है। तो आज के लिए बस इतना ही। मैं रोशनी शिंगरे आपसे विदा लेती हूँ। ऐसी वेब3 से जुड़ी मजेदार अपडेट्स के लिए देखते रहिए 3.0 टीवी।
पहले इंडिया की लीडिंग क्रिप्टो एक्सचेंज वजीरेक्स ने अचानक रातों रात अपनी एनएफटी मार्केटप्लेस पर ताला लगाकर हर किसी को हैरान कर दिया, और अब मेटा जैसे टेक जायंट ने महज एक ट्वीट के जरिए अपने एनएफटी फीचर को बंद करने के खुलासे के साथ हर किसी को हैरत में डाल दिया है। मेटा ने इस अनाउंसमेंट के साथ ही 10,000 एम्प्लॉइज को ले ऑफ करने की बात भी कही है। अब ऐसे में सोचने वाली बात यह है कि मेटा जैसे बड़े ब्रांड ने अपने एनएफटी फीचर को शुरू करने के महज 10 महीनों में इतना बड़ा फैसला क्यों लिया? क्योंकि पिछले साल लॉन्च के वक्त मेटा इस फीचर को लेकर काफी उत्साहित था। यही वजह है कि मई में इस फीचर को लॉन्च करने के बाद जल्द ही अगस्त में मेटा ने 100 देशों में इंस्टाग्राम और फेसबुक पर एनएफटी मिंटिंग एंड ट्रेडिंग का फीचर शुरू कर दिया था। लेकिन फिर अचानक मेटा ने सीधे इसे बंद करके 10,000 लोगों की नौकरी पर गाज क्यों गिरा दी? इस पर सफाई देते हुए मेटा की कॉमर्स एंड फाइनेंशियल टेक्नोलॉजीज हेड स्टेफनी कैसरियल ने ट्वीट किया कि वे एनएफटी फीचर को वाइंड अप कर रहे हैं ताकि क्रिएटर्स और बिजनेसेस को नए तरीके से सपोर्ट करने पर फोकस कर सके। उन्होंने ये भी लिखा कि अभी भी फर्म की प्रायोरिटी अलग तरीकों से यूजर्स को अपने फैंस से जोड़ने और उनके काम को मोनेटाइज करने की है। इसीलिए अपने प्लेटफॉर्म और मैसेजिंग ऐप पर पेमेंट रेल्स जैसे टूल्स डेवलप कर रहे हैं। साथ ही फेसबुक और इंस्टाग्राम पर शॉर्ट फॉर्म वीडियोस जैसे रील्स को मोनेटाइज कर रहे हैं। फिलहाल उनका फोकस अपने पेमेंट प्लेटफॉर्म मेटा पे पर है, जो फ्यूचर में शायद क्रिप्टो करेंसी पेमेंट्स को भी सपोर्ट करे। मेटा के इस फैसले से यूजर्स और क्रिएटर्स काफी नाराज हैं। उनका कहना है कि मेटा से उनका भरोसा पूरी तरह से उठ गया है। तो वहीं किसी ने ये तक कहा कि मेटा को शायद ये रियलाइज हो गया है कि पब्लिक क्रिप्टो नेटवर्क इस्तेमाल करने से वो क्रिएटर्स को एक्सप्लॉइट नहीं कर पाएंगे। खैर, मेटा के एनएफटी फीचर को खत्म करने के पीछे कुछ और पुख्ता वजह भी हो सकती है, जैसे FTX कोलैप्स। पिछले साल नवंबर में दुनिया की दूसरी सबसे बड़ी क्रिप्टो एक्सचेंज के बिखरने से पूरी क्रिप्टो इंडस्ट्री को भारी धक्का लगा था, जिसके चलते ब्लॉकफाई और बिटफ्रंट जैसी क्रिप्टो एक्सचेंजेस के सामने बैंक्रप्सी फाइल करने के अलावा और कोई रास्ता नहीं बचा। आपको जानकर हैरानी होगी कि FTX पर फिलहाल 50 क्रेडिटर्स के $3.1 बिलियन बकाया है। इसके साथ ही हाल ही में सिल्वरगेट बैंक के बैंक्रप्सी फाइल करने से भी क्रिप्टो और टेक कंपनीज पर भारी असर पड़ा है। अब वजह चाहे कुछ भी हो, लेकिन मेटा अपने सुपर एक्सपेंसिव मेटावर्स एम्बिशन को पूरा करने के लिए न सिर्फ भारी नुकसान सह रहा है, बल्कि हजारों लोगों की नौकरी दांव पर लगा रहा है। जी हाँ, पिछले साल मेटा ने अपने मेटावर्स बिल्डिंग डिवीजन रियलिटी लैब्स के चलते अब तक का सबसे बड़ा 13.7 बिलियन डॉलर्स का नुकसान दर्ज किया, और उसके कुछ ही महीने बाद मेटा की हिस्ट्री का सबसे बड़ा ले ऑफ हुआ, जिसमें मेटा के वर्कफोर्स के 13% यानी 11,000 लोगों ने अपनी जॉब्स गंवा दी। चलिए उम्मीद करते हैं कि वजीर एक्स और मेटा के बाद अब किसी और कंपनी का एनएफटीज के भविष्य पर से भरोसा ना उठे, और जिस तरह साल 2023 की शुरुआत के साथ एनएफटीज की तरक्की का ग्राफ बढ़ रहा है, वो लगातार चढ़ता रहे, ताकि फिर किसी की नौकरी पर आंच ना आए। इस खास स्टोरी में फिलहाल इतना ही। ऐसी और स्पेशल स्टोरीज मैं रुचि शर्मा आपके लिए लाती रहूंगी। 3.TV को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करें, और तमाम नोटिफिकेशंस पाने के लिए बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलें।
Hello and welcome to 3.TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. As we all know, the world of metaverse is indeed changing our lives for the better. According to various reports, metaverse is expected to impact various industries in numerous ways in the coming years, with potential market opportunity estimated to be more than $1 trillion in yearly revenues. Like Mark Zuckerberg of Meta believes, metaverse has the potential to revolutionize the way we live and work. More and more countries and industries have started exploring the various aspects of this new technology impacting our lives, and the latest to join the bandwagon is the legal world. Yes, the world of virtual reality has taken a big leap forward, as recently the lawmakers in Colombia's Magdalena administrative held a successful court hearing in Meta's metaverse platform. The lawyers and participants related to a traffic dispute appeared as avatars in a virtual courtroom. The country is among the earliest worldwide to test real legal hearings in the metaverse. The hearing was conducted in Spanish, with the Colombian magistrate reportedly instructing participants to secure Oculus Quest 2 eyeglasses and configure their avatars in advance. However, those without access to VR headsets had the option to take part via a standard video call. The magistrate instructed participants to enter a verification code to prove their identities and ordered regular breaks during the proceedings. Well, this is not the first time a court hearing has been conducted in Meta's metaverse. Courts around the world seem to be embracing new technologies. In September, Siming District Court in Xiamen, China reportedly heard 2 cases in the metaverse. Also, the South American country passed legislation last year enabling the use of emerging technologies in judicial proceedings. Well, virtual court hearings are just one example of how metaverse could be used in the future. It has the potential to revolutionize not just the legal system but also education, entertainment, and social interactions. The successful court hearing in Colombia is a promising sign for the future of metaverse. As technology continues to advance, it is likely that we will see more and more applications of virtual reality in various aspects of our lives. That's all in the story. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off. For more such updates, keep watching 3.TV. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I'm your host Shikha Singh. Catherine Wood, the founder of an investment management firm ARK Invest, has trimmed her stake in the US-based crypto exchange Coinbase. Kathy has sold 160,000 shares of Coinbase worth $13.5 million. During the crypto winter, ARK made a series of buys of Coinbase's stock. Throughout 2022, Coin underperformed both Bitcoin and Ether, and its shares dropped 86% during the year. ARK's most recent purchase of Coin was in early March when the company acquired a total of over 350,000 shares of Coinbase, including 301,000 shares of its ARK Innovation ETF and 52,525 shares for its next generation Internet ETF valued at $22 million. In 2023, Coin is up nearly 150% and closed the Tuesday trading day in the US at $83.9. The stock is still down 54% over the last calendar year. It was listed in April 2021 at $342 and has only come close to rising over its listing price at the height of the bull market in November 2021. Recently, ARK announced that it has raised $16 million for a new private crypto fund. Over to you, Roshni.
Giving an interesting twist on the ongoing battle between the US market regulators and virtual digital assets, the US-based crypto exchange Coinbase has challenged Securities Exchange Commission stance on cryptocurrency securities regulation. Paul Grewal, the chief legal officer at Coinbase, informed about his company writing a letter to the securities regulators, that is SEC. Coinbase noted that core staking services are not securities but different software services it offers. According to Grewal, paying a fee to someone doesn't make the transaction secure. The company has objected to the SEC's decision to declare staking as a service is security doesn't align with the Kraken settlement, meaning that what Kraken offered should not be considered securities. It must be remembered that the US SEC has strictly regulated digital currencies and crypto exchanges like Coinbase. It is currently in a lawsuit with Ripple Lab regarding what it says are illegal sales of unregistered securities. It noted that company has been making such sales to investors without registering them as securities. In another case, Kraken, a popular crypto exchange, came under a commission's radar concerning selling unregistered investment products. Over to you, Shubham.
Industry observers have pointed to divergent trend observed among virtual digital assets ahead of the FOMC meeting later today. According to renowned Bitcoin trader and founder of 8 Global, Michael Van de Hoff, the reactions as irregular and chose to stay relatively calm in the position. Michael further noted that altcoins are bleeding, a term popularly used to denote significant losses in the crypto market over short periods while Bitcoin is still consolidating around the highs. He interpreted the scenario as money rotating from altcoins towards Bitcoin. According to Michael, this is not the kind of development traders want to see. He believes fear, uncertainty and doubt generated by the expected outcome of the upcoming Federal Open Market Committee meeting is behind the current volatility. The past 7 days have seen the cryptocurrency market rally significantly. Bitcoin and Ethereum, the top 2 cryptocurrencies, established new yearly highs during the recent rally. As widely expected, prices consolidated after the surge and ahead of the crucial economic data. Rather than a synchronized move, as seen during the uptrend, Bitcoin and altcoins are behaving differently, emphasizing the unpredictability of the cryptocurrency market. Well, the impact of FOMC outcome will be known later tonight. Till then, keep watching 3.0 TV.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. Global value of central bank digital currencies will grow dramatically from $100 million today to $213 billion by 2030 once the virtual money gains greater adoption for domestic payments, according to new data from Juniper Research. By 2030, 92% of total value transacted through CBDCs around the world will be paid domestically as cross-border payment systems face an uphill battle for adoption, Juniper predicted. The digital currency, which is backed by traditional fiat cash such as the US dollar or British pound, can bolster financial inclusion because customers don't have to have a bank account to hold them. They can instead use encrypted digital wallets that exist in the cloud, on a desktop or laptop, or even on the USB storage device. With the cross-border CBDC payment system, immigrants, for example, could send money back to their countries of origin without having to pay what can be exorbitant fees for electronic money transfers. Businesses would also be able to make cross-border payments for goods and services with much cheaper and faster settlements. Central bank-backed digital currencies would also reduce costs of printing and replacing money, help improve fraud detection, and allow money paid to scammers to be more easily traced and recovered, according to Lau Steenberg, former Ameritrade CTO and managing partner at cybersecurity research firm CTM Insights. Unlike cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, a currency that is backed by the full faith and credit of United States or other trusted government, would provide certainty that the value of currency is being carefully managed. A government can adjust everything from the money supply to interest rates as they manage and maintain the value of a fiat currency. The US has been a slow follower compared to other nations such as China and its digital yuan in developing a CBDC. Australia, China, Thailand, Brazil, India, South Korea, and Russia already have pilots or will begin test programs this year. By 2030, the Bank of England and UK Treasury are planning to launch a digital pound or Britcoin CBDC. It matters which nation's digital currency achieves widespread adoption first because that government will be able to set the global rules for most others. Altogether, 114 countries representing 95% of global GDP are investigating the creation of CBDCs, according to the Atlantic Council, a Washington-based think tank. Only 10% have launched general CBDC networks. 16% of projects are in pilot stage, 30% are in development, and 27% are still in the research stage, according to the Atlantic Council. CBDCs will also require a complex regulatory framework, including privacy, consumer protection, and anti-money laundering standards, which need to be made more robust before adopting the technology, according to the Council. The research by Juniper said to date, there is still lack of commercial product development around CBDCs, with few well-defined platforms for central banks to leverage, a big limiting factor for the current market. That's all in this segment. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off. For more such updates, keep watching 3.0 TV. Do like, share and subscribe to our channel.
People play games with each other in real life. Okay, hold your horses, emos. I'm talking about games we used to play along with our friends, such as card or board games, to metaverse games. What? You guys don't be amazed, I'm serious. People used to play metaverse games long back in 2003. Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am your host Shikha Singh. Everyone in technology is talking about these new virtual worlds where people will be able to do a lot of things. Work, learn, play and shop. However, many years ago, 2 decades ago to be precise, a man created an online world that was also marketed as a place to work, play, learn and shop. Second Life. Yes, this is the game I'm talking about and is in many ways the only true metaverse experience that exists today, at least for adults. That's Philip Rosedale, the founder of Second Life, and this is his avatar in the game. The game peaked in 2003. People went crazy over this game. It had its own virtual economy and some people claim to have made millions trading in it. Interest in the platform has waned over time, but Second Life now sees an opportunity to stage a comeback. Rosedale started developing Second Life in 1999 as a way to escape his own reality and see how far he could push his technical expertise. Rosedale's goal was to make this virtual world seen here in 2003 look as real as possible while also being free of reality's constraints. Giving users the ability to shape the digital realm was a part of that. In 2007, Second Life had some 1 million active monthly users and even featured in television shows.
Playing that game again? Second Life is not a game. It is a multi-user virtual environment. It doesn't have points or scores. It doesn't have winners or losers.
But by 2019, Second Life reported it had lost a quarter of its monthly users. However, Rosedale is returning to the world he created 13 years after leaving the company to be a strategic advisor. His plan is to improve the platform's experience without the use of VR headsets and to make it work better on smartphones. Back then, it was difficult to use. Avatar creation entailed using sliders to change the shape of each part of the body. Trying to change your clothes necessitated several steps and took you to a different marketplace. It was also shaky. Items took several minutes to load in some areas and it was difficult to find people to interact with. However, everything without the avatar can now be customized. Other platform users create and sell modifications. You go shopping for your skin, body, hair, clothes, makeup and other necessities. You are in charge. Second Life residents and professional architects design the buildings. Every industry, including distance learning, is represented in Second Life. There are numerous virtual campuses. The program's performance is primarily determined by the resources of your computer and your internet connection. The only way to truly understand Second Life is to create a free account and explore it. Meet new people. Furthermore, members can earn money while playing the game thanks to the game's virtual economy, which consists of digital tokens known as Linden dollars that can be exchanged for US dollars. A lot of people claimed that they became virtual real estate moguls playing this game. Fun fact, Second Life has nearly 2 decades of experience as a successful virtual world platform with real-world economy. Second Life currently doesn't have an official app in the Apple Store or Google Play. Second Life says one of its strengths is the avatars offer more customization options than other competitors. Second Life has survived over the years because of a smaller group of loyal members and says it makes money by taking a commission on the sales of their creations. However, when it comes to audience, Second Life is not on the same scale as its competitors. Meta's Facebook, Instagram and other services have 3.5 billion monthly users combined. Metaverse and blockchain gaming systems are valued at billions of dollars globally, with gaming companies investing and collaborating with other platforms to provide infrastructure. The gaming industry is a fat cat and that's quite evident from the fundraisings and partnerships being done in the sector. Recently, Binance Smart Chain and Animoca brands have collaborated to launch a $200 million asset program to promote and foster early cryptocurrency gaming firms. The new investment program will fund ideas involving GameFi. In other news, the German government has contributed $1.2 million to Flying Sheep Studios' Star Life title